Also, ladies and gentlemen, this week is Southland Conference Fall Sportsmanship Week. All this week, SAC teams are showcasing and continuing their commitment to sportsmanship in conjunction with the Division II Officials Appreciation Week. Often overlooked and underappreciated is the amount of time, effort, and dedication our officials give back to in support to the sport for our student athletes. We ask you to please join us in showing appreciation for both our student athletes and officials' commitment to respect our game by thanking them with a warm round of applause.
So much of life these days is rushing around from one place to another. Sometimes you just want to enjoy the journey on the way to the destination. And part of what makes it a little more enjoyable is an appreciation for the folks who help you get there. At Ingles, we know that the people who send you on your way are the same ones who keep you coming back.
I think you should take it for a spin. Are you serious?
Ingles, all the ingredients for family. The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingles has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time. Ingles, all the ingredients for family.
Tusculum University is Tennessee's first university. Established in 1794, Tusculum's beautiful campus is nestled in the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains. Students from 31 states and 15 countries have found a home here. With nearly 60 areas of study, Tusculum can help you pioneer your path to success. Visit www.tusculum.edu or call 423-636-7300 to discover the pioneer experience for yourself.
It's fine. It'll be okay, okay? Nobody cares about the flowers. Who needs flowers at a wedding?
At Ingles, we know that the best of plans don't always go according to plan.
My best friend's getting married today and the florist never showed.
That's why we're always there when you need us.
What are their colors?
Purple and cream.
With smiling faces and helping hands.
No one cares. No one cares. You will look great. Flowers are not important. And where is Holly? Have you anyone seen Holly?
And although life will be predictably unpredictable,
Let's get you to that wedding.
a curveball is that much more satisfying
I got the flowers!
when you knock it out of the park.
Oh my gosh, awesome!
So when the plan goes out the window and improvisation becomes the order of the day, just remember, that's where the best of memories are made.
All right, they're ready for us.
True story. Ingles, all the ingredients for family. Family.
Food's here!
What's it mean to you?
We got lunch.
To us, it means the people you care about, look out for, and yeah, love. Even if you'd never let them hear you say it.
You're eating hummus? What's wrong with hummus?
Here at Ingles, we have everything you need to gather around the table and give each other a hard time. Because that's what families do. Ingles, all the ingredients for family.
Hello, my name is Jacob Fate, and I'm the Dean of the College of Business at Tusculum University. I'm proud to share with you that the programs in the College of Business received accreditation through ACBSP in December of 2018. The Accreditation Council for Business Schools and Programs accredits business schools and programs worldwide. This accreditation elevates our programs to the top programs worldwide.
We are in Granger County, Tennessee, here at Pierce Farms, and the Pierce family has been working with Ingles for over 30 years. It means a great deal supplying produce as a local farmer. It really touches base knowing that we're just simple people just trying to help, and we love what we do, and Ingles is a huge part of helping us do it. Farming is who we are, and it's in our blood. God has really blessed us with the sun and the soil to grow the best tomatoes you'll find anywhere. I believe it's really in the soil. So if you're in Granger County, you farm tomatoes, then you're in. Just a great blessing on us to actually farm and be able to farm and to supply tomatoes to people. And Ingles really cares about family farms like Pierce Farms, and they really care about their customers. We're just glad to be a part of that. God has blessed us with a really great partnership there. They make fresh local produce have real meaning for lots of people. I'm Shane Pierce, and this is my Ingles story.
Test day at Pioneer Field. Are you ready or are you scared?
And now, taking the field, your Tusculum University Pioneers.
Tusculum and UNC Pembroke square up. The Pioneers are looking for their first home win of the year after dropping 3 losses to 3 nationally ranked teams in West Alabama, Wingate, and Lenore Ryan. Oh yeah, that arch rival experienced with the 41-48. Meanwhile, Pembroke is looking to halt a 12-game road losing skid, including a previous year. Their last road win came in 2017 at Elizabeth City State. Today, 2 quarterbacks that are eerily similar in stature. Bryce Moore and Josh Jones square off. Tim Wilson and Joe Bird are coming up next. Bo Cordell now. Here's Brian.
Good afternoon and welcome to Pioneer Field alongside Joe Bird. I'm Tim Wilson. This is Pioneers football on the Pioneer Sports Network. Joe, we're in for a pretty good battle here today between the UNC Pembroke Braves and our Tusculum Pioneers. Both of these teams have struggled at times this season, but the Pioneers are looking to get a little rhythm going around this 3-game homestand we're about to start in. And after last week's victory against Virginia Wise, 21-19 up in Virginia, hopefully the Pioneers will be able to keep that momentum going. Well, you have to have something. The Pioneers played well enough to win last week. They came out of there with a victory, second win of the year, and now we're looking for our first home win of the season here against UNC Pembroke today. And as we said, the Pioneers did get that victory in conference play. Virginia Wise being the newest member of our conference. And we're looking at some streaks here. We've heard this in the pregame just a little bit, but the Pioneers have lost 3 at home this year, and UNC Pembroke has lost 12 in a row, so somebody's going to break that streak, and I'm hoping as well as I'm sure you are that that's going to be us. And listen, UNC Pembroke will not member of the South Atlantic Conference, but they do have a scheduling agreement with the conference. So far, the Braves are 10-3 versus South Atlantic Conference teams. Defeated Catawba, lost to Limestone, and Tusculum. They lost at Carson and defeated Mars Hill, lost to Wingate, common opponent there with the Pioneers. So we'll see how this pans out today when we kick off here in about a minute. Both of these teams look very similar in their stature as far as quarterbacks. We've talked about that in the pregame just a little bit. Josh Jones, the quarterback for UNC Pembroke, he's a good size young man at 6'3", 220, looks a lot like Bryce Moore, our quarterback, and we're expecting both of these teams to put up some points. Of course, the Tusculum defense has played very good this year, but as we have some of the keys to the game from Jean and Blaine, that we don't need to turn the ball over. That's been Achilles' heel this year just a little bit, as we've had 16 turnovers and only 8 takeaways. But today we wanted to get this victory.
Recovering to kick for the Pioneers is number 16, Desmond Arthur. The Pioneers take over at midfield. 1st and 10, Pioneers.
At midfield, so you've got a short field opportunity to score first and start the game off on the right team. Last one here, center, the offensive line, Brad Water, Chapman, Herring, Harrison, and Couture. He'll start out here looking like in a little pistol action here. Probably try to get the running game started here, but unfortunately, as it's been the case this year, the running game just really tried to set the pace, but not really the Pembroke defense, if you're trying to get the running game started here, but unfortunately, looks like as it's been the case this year, Shippy big to the backside, got back in the line of scrimmage, but he just ran to the left side where there was no hole. Shippy's good at hitting holes and making moves, but unfortunately, there's no place for him to go. Ranger Miles Ponder and wild outs. Shippy is your tailback. We'll work out of the shotgun here. Plenty of time and do that one right in the hands of the UNC Pembroke defender. Fortunately for us, the shotgun to get the interception. And why is the ball there? We expect him to make a mistake or two here, but as we mentioned, the plan is really to do a good job of keeping control of the ball. Really for interception third round here at midfield. Really neat situational plan here for running to start. We're trying to get something going early with the pass. Unfortunately, Jordan Howard, the linebacker for UNC Pembroke, just stepped right in the way, and luckily for Tusculum, we dropped the football. Lions will set up with trips on the right. So we'll receiver up top. Third and 10 here, opening possession of the contest. Running out pass. Shippy's going to take it, and looks like he'll get it pretty close. Third and 10 here, opening possession of the contest. Didn't quite get the steps. Out pass. Shippy's going to take it, and looks like third and 10 here, opening possession.
George Shippy, the ball carrier. Stopped initially by number 34, Amari Bryce Green. Yardage short of the yard to gain. First down, Pembroke. Josh Jones on the keeper for Pembroke. Flushed out of the pocket by number 1, Ivan Hogan. Sets up second down and 4 for Pembroke. Josh Sheridan, the ball carrier for Pembroke. With the yardage, first down, Braves. Josh Sheridan, the ball carrier for UNCP. Tackling about, back up by Jackson Coughlin. PJ Green sets up second down and long, Pembroke. Quarterback Josh Jones sacked in the backfield by number 28, Jackson Coffin. Brings up third down, Pembroke. Quarterback Josh Jones. Penalty marker on the play.
Hold it. On the defense, number 8, 10 yards from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Josh Jones pass. Intended for number 24. Angelo Blair Young, incomplete. Brings up second down. Young, the ball carrier for UNCP. Tackle made by Ivan Hogan. Pioneer fans, it's third down. Josh Jones flushed down the pocket. Hit initially by number 45, Josh Forrest. Brings up fourth down, UNC Pembroke. And to punt for Pembroke, number 6, Isaac Parks. Penalty marker on the play.
Kick catch interference on the kicking team. 15 yards from the end of the kick. First down. Jordan Shippey on the carry. Gain of 9 yards on the play. 2nd and 1, Tusculum.
Jordan shipping a ball carrier for Tusculum. Yardage good for a first down, Pioneers. Bryce Moore's pass intended for number 7, Torrey Ponder, falls incomplete. Brings up second down, Tusculum. Fairway Wilkins from 59 yards for a touchdown, Pioneers! On the attempt, the extra point for touchdown number 63. Eli Cook. The extra point is good. With 9:30 remaining in the first quarter, your score, Tusculum 7, UNC Pembroke, nothing.
Family.
Food's here!
What's it mean to you?
We got lunch.
To us, it means the people you care about, look out for, and yeah, love. Even if you'd never let them hear you say it.
Hey, you're eating hummus? What's wrong with hummus?
Here at Ingles, we have everything you need to gather around the table and give each other a hard time. Because that's what families do. Ingles. All the ingredients for family.
Hello, my name is Jacob Fate, and I'm the Dean of the College of Business at Tusculum University. I'm proud to share with you that the programs in the College of Business received accreditation through ACBSP in December of 2018. The Accreditation Council for Business Schools and Programs accredits business schools and programs worldwide. This accreditation elevates our programs to the top programs worldwide.
We are in
Josh Jones pass complete to number 84, Sean Brown. Yardage good for a first down, UNC Pembroke.
First and 10, ball at the 39. Third first down of the quarter here for the Braves. Jones again working out the shotgun. That pass goes through the hands of the wide receiver. That was Miles Saxton. If I saw the number 8 right. Actually, that was number 9. See, there goes those numbers again. I'm going to have to get my binoculars out here. That was Quay Threet, one of their main targets.
No one really appreciates
the ability to see numbers until you get in this position and understand how difficult it is to try to get all this stuff in real time.
Again, as we said, on defense, in the defensive backfield for the Pioneers is Goodman, Alford, Jackson, and Johnson. Second and long. Hand off to Sheridan. He has nowhere to go and then backtracks it, but still good defense, good pursuit by the Pioneers. And that was Malik Goodman finally bringing him down.
Goodman and D. Alford. It actually took about 7 of the Pioneers to get him down in the backfield, but
Sheridan.
Good job of keeping with your assignments.
Backtracks it, but still good defense, good pursuit
back up to their own
by the
34-yard line.
Third and about 15, third and 14 officially. Ball on the 35-yard line. Nearing the 8.5-minute mark here, first quarter. Pioneers leading 7-0 after the 59-yard scamper by Thurlow Wilkins just a moment ago. Double wideouts on both sides of the ball. Free play here as the Pioneers jumped off sides. Jones deciding to go deep. He airs it out. It's going to be a jump ball. Good defense there by Ivan Hogans. But it'll be a penalty on the Pioneers.
And another penalty downfield right about the 31-yard line. And we're going to put it right on the 30, and that's where they're going to pick up pass interference against the Pioneers.
So it looks like it may be 2 penalties here against the Pioneer defense.
Yeah, the offsides will be declined, and UNC Pembroke will take the pass interference and move the football up close to right at midfield.
Replay here as the Pioneers jumped off sides. Jones decided to pregame show. This team is pretty good offensively. They put up some big numbers last week against Wingate by 38. Majority of that in the second half. Let's see what the official calls here. Getting rather windy down there on the field.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Offside on the defense, number 99. That foul is refused. Holding on the defense.
Defensive holding, and that will be a 10-yard penalty that will be taken by the Braves.
And as we say, right quite midfield, that'll take them up to the 45-yard line, Tim.
First and 10, ball at the 45. Sheridan again in the backfield alongside the quarterback, Josh Jones. Pioneers, little 4-3 front here. Hand off to Sheridan, and that's going nowhere. And thus far, the Pioneers defense has had some pretty good pursuit in the offensive backfield.
I mean, right now, as far as run game, UNC Pembroke has absolutely nothing. Pioneers doing a great job of just rushing through there. Rushing yards officially for UNC Pembroke, 8. Just the main thing is they have to keep that pressure up and stop getting the penalties.
That's true. As Jones goes to the air, we've had a couple of defensive holding penalties, which have hurt us a little bit, but again, good pursuit has caused him to throw some a little earlier than he'd want. And here again is another pursuit, but quick out pass is caught and completed to number 7. That's Jalen Nixon, the big tight end.
Man will pick up about 3 yards and bring up 3rd down and 7 for UNC Pembroke.
Again, you would think Coach Odom and the defense will probably try to get some more pressure here on 3rd and fairly long 7 here at the 48-yard line.
Keep your pressure on the quarterback. Do what you're doing. Continue to force Jones into a hurry-up mode, but just don't do anything silly and let him break free for a 1st down.
Trips upright here for the UNC Pembroke Braves. Here comes the pressure. Ivan Hogan's tried to get in, picked up, throw across the middle is completed, and that will be enough for a 1st down, about 10 yards on the completion. And it looks like that one goes to number 9, Quay Threet. Ivan Hogan's tried to get in, top receivers up, throw across the middle is completed, and that will be enough.
UNC Pembroke backed up 3rd and 7, give them just slightly enough to get a 1st down. Got to get off the field on 3rd down.
And that was one of the keys to victory by Jim Miller and Brian in the pregame. Stop them on 3rd down. They complete about 45% of their 3rd down, which is some of the top in the nation. Jones rolls out to the left. His pass is caught. Very nice catch there by Pembroke. That was Threet again, and he'll pick up, just like you said, maybe about 3 yards.
Minimal pickup here. Still positive yardage for UNC Pembroke on 1st down, but Pioneer defense getting the job done right now of keeping them from going deep.
6:17 and ticking here. Opening quarter, 7-0. Pioneers with the lead. This is the last game possibly in a while against these guys, being that they've been an affiliate member of the SAC for the last few years, but join the Mountain East Conference next year. Faked handoff throw quickly in the flat there. That's number 13, Trey Dixon, another one of their top receivers.
Malik Goodman making a stop for the Pioneers. Dixon got the football and tried to make a move, but Goodman just didn't let him go anywhere, and now UNC Pembroke's going to be looking at 3rd and short.
Yeah, it looks like 3rd and probably less than a yard here. Figure a bunch package may come in here, but who knows? They like to run out the shotgun. So one of the things we mentioned earlier, Josh Jones is very much like Bryce Moore. Both of these quarterbacks are mobile. They can run the ball. So as the Pioneers line up here on defense, they've got to be aware of the ability of Jones with his feet to get the first down here. Looks like Sheridan's in the backfield. He will take the handoff. Actually, no. See, even that fooled me. I called the play and then didn't see it.
It was fake handoff to Sheridan. Pioneers read it well, got to stop. Unfortunately, you had Josh Jones kept the football, and he did pick up the yardage they got to get a new set of downs.
Yeah, good job there by faking the handoff, and he moves the chains. And as we mentioned, they're inching closer and closer to the red zone, sitting right now at the Pioneer 30-yard line. 5 minutes left to go, first quarter. A very overcast, gloomy day here with the sun peeking through just a little bit, but beautiful football weather nonetheless. Sheridan with a handoff, and he's going nowhere as a host of Pioneers stand him up, and that will be no gain.
This is the second Saturday in a row the Pioneers have played under overcast skies. I don't even know if it was quite this bad last week at UVA Wise, but we actually had the stadium lights on for the game, and with a early afternoon kickoff.
This current drive is 9 plays for 47 yards here for the Braves. Now the pistol, Jones looking. He's going to make the throw. It's going to be complete, but only for about 3 yards. Looks like that's 3 again for the catch. Pioneers doing a good job of not giving any yards after the catch thus far here through the first quarter of play.
Well, it's Decorian Brown making a stop for the Pioneers all the way across the field. Once again, jerseys bunched up, but I believe that is Brown.
3rd and 7 from the Pioneer 27. UNC Pembroke with the football, the 11th play of this drive. 2 wideouts on either side. Jones gets it again to Sheridan out of the running back, and he's going to get the first down as he scampers back and forth and gets down to about the 10-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark him at the 11, and it will be first down at the 11. And as we mentioned, they are number 1 in the nation, Joe, in red zone efficiency. When they get in the red zone, they score.
Yeah, red zone scoring chances you can't beat 100%. 23 times they've been in the red zone, 23 times they've scored.
So it's time that we do a good job here and stop them. That's right. 1st and 10, ball at the 11, so they can get a first down without scoring a touchdown. Under center for the first time tonight, Josh Jones. He'll hand it off. Sheridan cuts to the left side and has nowhere to go as, again, a host of Pioneers bring him down. Part of that group, I think, was Ivan Hogans and
Jackson Coffin once again leading that way. He's done a heck of a job all this first quarter here as we come in 2.5 minutes remaining in the first of just sniffing out ball carriers.
2.5 minutes to play here. 7-0, Pioneers with the lead. Pembroke will come out with, I believe that's D'Angelo Blair Young in the backfield alongside Josh Jones. 2 wideouts on the left side. He'll roll to the left. Pass is caught, and it's going to be short. Looks like he's going to be down to 1. No, they're going to say touch the pylon. Touchdown, Pembroke.
Just a good catch there by the Braves, and able to dive right into the corner of the end zone, knock the pylon over, and they're an extra point away from tying the contest.
That was Tyshawn Carter with the touchdown reception from Josh Jones from 11 yards out. 7-6 the score. 2:03 to play here in the first quarter. Lining up for the extra point will be Hunter Braswell, the lefty here. Pioneers almost jumped off sides, but Braswell will kick it up, and he will hit the upright, and it will fall no good. So 2:03 left to play here. Opening quarter. It's the Tusculum Pioneers 7, the UNC Pembroke Braves 6. We'll be back after this break.
Hello, my name is Jacob Fate, and I'm the Dean of the College of Business at Tusculum University. I'm proud to share with you that the programs in the College of Business received accreditation through ACBSP in December of 2018. The Accreditation Council for Business Schools and Programs accredits business schools and programs worldwide. This accreditation elevates our programs to the top programs worldwide.
We are in Granger County, Tennessee, here at Pierce Farms, and the Pierce family has been working with Ingles for over 30 years. It means a great deal supplying produce as a local farmer. It really touches base knowing that we're just simple people just trying to help, and we love what we do, and Ingles is a huge part of helping us do it. Farming is who we are, and it's in our blood. God has really blessed us with the sun and the soil to grow the best tomatoes you'll find anywhere. I believe it's really in the soil. So if you're in Granger County, you farm tomatoes, then you're in. Just a great blessing on us to actually farm and be able to farm and to supply tomatoes to people. And Ingles really cares about family farms like Pierce Farms, and they really care about their customers. We're just glad to be a part of that. God has blessed us with a really great partnership there. They make fresh local produce have real meaning for lots of people. I'm Shane Pierce, and this is my Ingles story.
And number 14, I guess that's going to be Chavis Williams back for the Pioneers here as the kickoff and the ball falls off the tee. You're talking about the wind. It's sort of deceiving here. The flag is now beginning to pick up as soon as I was about to say it wasn't. Now it's blowing pretty good. And
watch the streamers on the top of the goal post, and that will really give you an indication of how and which way the wind's blowing.
And so you would anticipate if they actually do anything other than they did on the opening kickoff, which was kick one about 10 yards, that the Pioneers should get a pretty good return here if they put it in the air because it's blowing against them. It will be Braswell with the kickoff here. Again, Williams and Wilkins back. Wilkins with the only score for the Pioneers, the 59-yard run. And again, it's a very short kick that will be taken and knocked out of bounds. That's going to be Connor Johnston.
Ball went very short. Connor Johnston, tight end senior for the Pioneers out of Warner Robins, Georgia. And he actually, he wasn't going to fall on it. He knows what to do if he gets the football in his hands, and he was able to pick up a little bit of yardage for a kickoff return.
Oh yeah, he was determined. He was going to try to take it all the way to the house if he could. He wasn't going to go down easily. And so it will be 1st and 10 for the Pioneers at their own 42-yard line.
Not the starting field position they had earlier at the 50, but still a pretty good starting field position. Let's see if they can do better.
Bryce Moore will be at quarterback. Here's the handoff, and that looks like a face mask, but no call called there. And Thurlow was brought down. It looked from here, it did, Joe, like he was brought down by his face. But
it looked like it was because they just about ripped his head sideways off, and I have no earthly idea what everybody was looking at. But
the referee was right there and didn't throw a flag at all. So we may have saw something. We may not have been able to see it from up here. We'll just go with that.
But whenever someone's running one way down the field and their head snaps 90 degrees to the left, they didn't do it just because they were taking a look around.
That is very true. And it's 2nd and 10, no gain there by Wilkins. He'll be in the backfield with Bryce Moore again. 2 wideouts on either side. Bryce looking down the field. He's going to throw it across the middle. It's going to be completed to Desmond Arthur, and he's going to get a very short gain of about 3 yards.
Not able to get any yards after the catch there. Arthur did a good job getting the football tucked in and taken care of, but he was immediately hit and just driven hard into the turf by the Braves.
3rd and 7, ball at their own 45-yard line. Thus far, both teams pretty much even on total yards. Pembroke with 79 total yards, Pioneers with 88. Pembroke doing most of the damage through the air as expected. A large chunk of the offensive yards for the Pioneers on that Wilkins touchdown run. 3rd and 7. Bryce back, sees his receiver, throws it out, and just throws it a little too far beyond A.J. Bellinger's outstretched hands, and that will bring up a 4th down, and you would anticipate an Andrew Cantrell punt.
Yeah, and that's what's going to happen. Pioneers perhaps looking at the wind and looking at the clock, knowing they're getting ready to have to go into this, use Cantrell's skill and that wind behind their back, perhaps pin UNC Pembroke deep right as we start getting ready to go into the second quarter.
26 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. Cantrell back for the punt. He gets it off, and it's a pretty good little punt. It's going to be returned by Pembroke, and they will get it out to about the 33, maybe 34-yard line, depending on where that spot is, and that was Devin Jones with the return.
Yeah, solid return by Jones. He was backed up enough, and I guess with the wind a little bit, he was able to get up a good head of steam and run in under it, caught the ball on the fly, and get UNC Pembroke up. They're going to start this drive at their 33-yard line.
17 ticks left to go here, opening quarter. 7-6 Pioneers with the lead. Out of the pistol again. Here's Jones. He's going to toss it over to the tailback. That's number 3, McKinley Nelson, and he will get a very short gain, and that will more than likely be the last play of the first quarter. We'll see what Pembroke wants to do.
Malik Goodman making a stop for the Pioneers there, and it's going to be essentially no gain. Goodman stop right at the line of scrimmage.
And that will be the end of the first quarter. After 1 quarter play here from Pioneer Field, it's the Tusculum Pioneers 7, the UNC Pembroke Braves 6. We'll be back in 60 seconds. This is the Pioneer Sports Network.
So much of life these days is rushing around from one place to another. Sometimes you just want to enjoy the journey on the way to the destination. And part of what makes it a little more enjoyable is an appreciation for the folks who help you get there. At Ingles, we know that the people who send you on your way are the same ones who keep you coming back.
I think you should take it for a spin. Are you serious?
Ingles, all the ingredients for family. The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingles has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time.
Wow, it's funny running into you.
Ingles, all the ingredients for family.
Just flipped in favor of UNC Pembroke.
Battle goes to UNC Pembroke in the first quarter.
Jones already thrown 11 times for Pembroke, 8 of 11 for 66 yards and a touchdown. Bryce Moore, 2 of 5 for 12. Of course, Thurlow Wilkins with the big run. He has 2 carries for 59 yards and a score. It'll be second down, 2nd and 10, pass over the middle to Threet, and he holds on to it after a nice hit there by, I believe that was Isaiah Dunn, who delivered a nice little blow, but good job there by Threet holding on to it, and that will bring up 3rd and short.
One thing we didn't mention earlier, Tim, Tusculum McMillan won the South Atlantic Conference Women's Cross Country Championship today on the campus of Wingate University. McMillan ran a time of 21 minutes, 37 seconds, beating second-place runner by 25 seconds.
Wow, Nicole, a great young lady as well as an outstanding runner, and congratulations to Nicole McMillan. Third down, 2 yards to go, ball at their own 41-yard line. Second quarter just underway here. Jones will hand it off, and again, the Pioneers defensive front gives up no room here for him to go, and that will bring up fourth down, and you would anticipate a punt upcoming.
Yeah, now we're going to see the field totally reversed, and UNC Pembroke's going to be punting in with this wind. Sometimes it's in their face, sometimes at their back, sometimes it's side to side. It's just whistling around like crazy.
Great job by the defense there on third and a couple, giving up no yardage, and so 4th and 2 here, and it will be punting time for the Pembroke Braves. D. Alford back to return. D's had an outstanding season. Great in the defensive backfield and great as a returner. Lets that one go over his head, and it bounces into the end zone for a touchback.
So Pioneers get the ball moved back out, ball over to Alford's head. He called for the fair catch. And, this time nobody ran into anyone. Did hit and roll out the back of the end zone. First and 10 at the 20-yard line for Tusculum.
Moore giving out the instructions here. Looks like Shippey will be in the backfield. Moore will go under center. A little bit of a bunched in package here. They're going to hand it off to Shippey, and Shippey will find the hole and go for about 6. And that will bring up 2nd and 4.
Pioneers trying to do a little misdirection in the backfield. He had 2 runners back there. Moore handed the ball off to Shippey. He got a pretty good hole right in the middle and was able to pick up 6 yards on first down.
2nd and 4. Again, the Pioneers will operate under center. Looks like almost the exact same play here. Now he'll back up. It's going to be a pass. Quick outlet pass there to Carter Mangle. A little behind him and unable to make that grab. Pioneers will now face a 3rd and 4.
Mangle and Moore not quite exactly on the same page here. I think it's supposed to be a timing route. Mangle coming up from that tight end position. Moore throwing it to a spot. Unfortunately, they just didn't quite get there.
Mangle will check out the contest. Deshaun Davis will check in. Pioneers, I thought, might spread it out a little bit. Moss will change directions and head up top. Looks like we're going to have 3 wideouts on the right side. Moss out deep. Snap goes to Moore. Moore looks down, has some time, has some pursuit, escapes that pursuit, and then just has to throw it away and throws it in between 2 Pembroke defenders, and a possession that doesn't go the way after the first 6-yard pickup the way the Pioneers wanted, and it will be punting time.
Yeah, just having a really good day there for the Pioneers trying to get first downs. They've had good field position. They've had not so good field position. They can't move the ball either way except on the big touchdown by Thurlow Wilkins.
Yeah, the Pioneers with only 2 first downs through a quarter and change. Andrew Cantrell back to punt. They're going to come after it, it looks like. They've got a bunch of guys up on the line. And Andrew does not get off. It's blocked, and it's going to be picked up, and it will be a touchdown on the blocked punt. I can't tell. Is that number 2?
Yes, it is.
That's Eric Price with the recovery and the touchdown, and the special teams.
That's been a problem for the Pioneers all year long, just on this situation. They've got people that's able to go through and block punts, and it's not the first time that they've given up a touchdown on that exact same situation.
Yeah, that block ends up resulting in a touchdown, very much like the Wingate game here, where they were able to get a 6 out of it, and that punt block for a touchdown will give the Pembroke Braves the lead at 12-7 here with 12:33 to go in the second quarter, and they're going to go for 2 already. Joe, what do you think about this?
They're trying to make up for that last extra point that hit the upright, and that's going
that is going to be a false start, as the whole offensive line and everybody started running before the ball was ever snapped.
So now we'll have to see if they're going to keep it up, going to back them up 5 yards on the false start, see if they continue to go for the 2-point conversion, or if they decide to kick one.
You know, Everybody says coaches have a rule book and you know when you're supposed to go for two and when you're not supposed to go for two. I remember last week at Virginia Wise, I was thinking as they were marching down the field, I'm glad they went for two before halftime because there is no 9-point play in football.
No, there's not, and it does look like now UNC Pembroke's going to go back to the traditional and what's going to amount to a 25-yard field goal attempt for the extra point.
Hunter Braswell will line up for the little bit longer extra point here. His first one hit the upright. Snaps down, kicks up, and the kick is good. And Braswell's extra point makes it 13-7. Pembroke with the lead over the Pioneers. We'll take a break. We'll be back. 12:33 left to play. Opening half, 13-7 in favor of the visitors.
The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression.
This is my home.
Don't worry. This might be new for you, but Ingles has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time. Ingles, all the ingredients for family.
Came through this area. Where to shop and save on new.
Gateway. You're listening to Tusculum versus UNC Pembroke. Now, let's return to the broadcast.
12:33 left to play here. Second quarter, a blocked punt has resulted in a touchdown and the first lead of the afternoon here for the visitors from UNC Pembroke. And Braswell will kick it off. Again, it's a fairly short kick. Williams will take it for the Pioneers. He trips up over his own man. I believe that was Will Bonney that he tripped over, and the Pioneers will take over this possession right about the 35-yard line.
Yeah, not terrible starting field position, but it could have been a whole lot more if hadn't been a little miscommunication there between two of the same guys wearing black shirts.
Officially, it'll be the 34. See what the Pioneers can do here on offense. As we said, only 2 first downs thus far. Moore will start off under center here. Hands it off to Thurlow. Wilkins gets outside, cuts it back, and then runs into a wall. But he does get about 4 or possibly 5 yards on the first down.
I mean, think about it. Prior to that play, the Pioneers had 94 yards of total offense, 82 of those on the ground. 76 of them were the touchdown, or 76, I think it was, came there early in that first quarter, including the big touchdown run by Thurlow Wilkins.
Oh, yeah. 59 yards on that touchdown run earlier by Thurlow, so yes, a large majority came on one play. 2nd and 5 here, ball at their own 39-yard line. 2 tight ends set in for the Pioneers. Trying to establish some type of ground game here, and Thurlow again finds a hole, but he is going to be about a yard short, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 1.
Not quite right up to the spot, but still very good. 3rd down short, and just in this situation, what we've seen the first 2 plays, give the ball again to Thurlow Wilkins, let him get you first.
Yeah, Thurlow seems to, he and Shippey both have split some time at tailback today, and Thurlow, the quickness of Thurlow right now seems to be able to find some holes right now in this UNC Pembroke defense.
I mean, and that is really kind of a new look just because he's not had the number of carries that the other running backs had. He's 4th on the team, even behind the quarterback.
There's a fumble on the snap. Bryce able to pick it up and able to just run forward and plow for about 5 yards, it looks like, and that'll be a first down after what could have been very devastating for the Pioneers.
Yeah, think of a fumble Ruski, except this wasn't planned. Exchange from center to quarterback, the ball dropped, and you have Bryce Moore have to pick it up and do what he needed to at least get the third down of the game for the Pioneers.
So good, smart move there by Bryce to get the Pioneers the 3rd first down of the opening half. Nearing the 10.5-minute mark here in quarter number 2, 13-7, Pembroke with the lead. Moore back In shotgun formation here, Wilkins goes out to the right. Moore looked like he was going to run it for a moment. Instead, delivers the pass to Torrey Ponder, and that will be a very short gain on the first down of about 2 yards. Maybe, well, actually, they're going to give him about 3, 4, maybe.
Yeah, they might going to give him about 3 yards just across midfield into UNC Pembroke territory. Better play right there. Of course, we have the whole field to see in hindsight, but Bryce Moore would have picked up more yards if he would have just kept the football instead of throwing it.
Yeah, I thought at first he was going to just tuck it away and run, but instead he found Torrey. So now it will be 2nd and 7. They officially gave him 3 yards on that reception. Ball at the Braves 49. Again, Mangle and Hunley both in the ball game, lined up. Moore's going to go back now. He will tuck it and run, and he's going to get just short of the first down. He'll be a long yard and a half, maybe 2 yards short.
But still, it's forward yardage. Maintain control of the football. You picked up yards. You've got yourself down here on a manageable 3rd down.
3rd and 2, ball at the 44.
3rd down and 2.
See what play the Pioneers draw up here. As we mentioned, both of these teams, the Pioneers come in only averaging just under 20 points a game, which you would anticipate we would need more than 20 to win this game. But thus far, the defenses have played pretty well for both teams, especially the Pioneers not allowing any running game at all for Pembroke. Thurlow takes the football on the handoff, and he will find a hole just enough to get the first down by about 2 yards, and that will move the chains once again. Currently on this drive, I think that was the 6th play of the drive.
You mentioned we do have a UNC Pembroke player on the field and having to get some attention from the training staff.
Yeah, not sure exactly what it is, if it's a leg cramp or what, but the young man is down. Pioneers trailing 13-7 here, 8:51 to go in the first half. This drive has been 6 plays for 25 yards. It started at the Tusculum 34-yard line, currently sitting at the 41-yard line of UNC Pembroke. And Joe, as we've talked about, special teams miscues have been a problem this year, and that one just a few moments ago really was a heartbreaker for the Pioneers because the defense had played so well, and then now to find themselves down here in this game, that punt return for a block, return for a touchdown. However, this drive right here looking pretty good here for the Pioneers.
Yeah, so far so good. Just have to keep this thing going once we get the injured player on the field taken care of.
Now the Pioneers starting a 3-game home stretch here as we go down the last part of the season. This game against Pembroke, the last non-conference contest. Next week we have Catawba coming here, and then we finish off with senior night against Mars Hill, and then have the last game of the season on the road down at arch rival Carson Newman. So the Pioneers have a great opportunity to make something special out of this season that started off pretty bad.
They really are. I mean, Pioneers, they say we're 7 games into this season, not where they want to be. 2-5 overall, 2-3 in South Atlantic Conference. After today, it's conference games the rest of the way. So from a South Atlantic Conference standpoint, the Pioneers could wrap this thing up with a solid effort.
Yeah, and it would be nice if the Pioneers could get it going, but first and foremost, we've got to handle this UNC Pembroke team that, as we said, has come out here and really thrown the ball around. 12 passes already for Josh Jones, 74 yards and a touchdown. Again, rushing-wise, the Pioneer defense had pretty much clamped down and offered nothing. 13 yards rushing is all the Braves have. Penalties pretty much even, two penalties each for 20 yards. Of course, both penalties, I believe, by the Pioneers resulted in first downs on defensive holding calls. But again, 3rd down conversion, both teams about the same, 3 of 5 for Pembroke, 2 of 5 for the Pioneers. Total plays about even as well, and so that's about pretty much where we're sitting here with 8:51 left to go in the opening half, 13-7. Some other games coming around in our conference today. If we want to look at a few of these, we've got.
And taking a look at today's schedule, Tim, obviously UNC Pembroke's here at Tusculum. We were the first kickoff. Mars Hill's at Catawba. Newberry is on the road at Carson Newman. That's a 3 p.m. kickoff. Number 7 ranked Northland Orion is at Limestone with a 4 p.m. kickoff. And UVA Wise travels to number 12 Wingate University's 6 p.m. kickoff in Wingate, North Carolina.
Yeah, you would anticipate if the favored teams win in those contests, that's going to set up a massive battle next week when Wingate and Lenore Ryan play over in Hickory, North Carolina for first place in the conference, and I'm sure all eyes will be on that one. But right now we've got 1st and 10 at the Pembroke 41-yard line. Bryce Moore in the shotgun. Thurlow Wilkins in the backfield with him. Bryce decides to take it for a run, and he's going to get nothing as he's going to lose about a yard. It's going to look like about half a yard. May have made it back to the first down to the marker. I'm not sure. We'll see where they spot it. I think they're going to say he lost a yard.
And that was, I think it was Braden Spencer on the tackle there for UNC Pembroke, just keeping up. Bryce Moore about to break into the open, but Spencer was able to pull him down from behind and drop the Pioneers back to 2nd down 11.
A little over 8 minutes and change left to play here in the second quarter. 13-7, the visitors with the lead. Moore's going to operate out of a little pistol-looking formation. Not sure exactly what that was, but Wilkins gets the ball, and again, nowhere to go. The lead blocker there, unable to pick up the defender, and again, no gain on that possession, and it's going to bring up 3rd and long.
And better option for Wilkins there. He tried to cut back into the inside. I think he saw a little bit of daylight there, where if he would have rolled to the outside, he would have picked up a nice little piece of real estate.
Moss checks in at receiver for the Pioneers. Gomillion checks in at tailback as Wilkins will get a rest. 3rd and long, we'll see what the Pioneers have drawn up here. 7.5 minutes to play in the opening half. You got Ponder up top, all by himself. Trips down here on the left side with Bellinger, Moss, and I think that's Desmond Arthur. And we're going to have a timeout call. Let's see who calls it. Actually, a delay of game.
5-yard penalty against the Pioneers, so now that's going to back them up to 3rd and 16, getting the ball back all the way at their own 47-yard line, 46, 48, 47.
So 3rd and a bunch. See if the offensive line can give Bryce some time to throw it. Again, offensive line being beat up quite a bit this year, but glad to see them all together. There's a quick little flip pass from Moore when he may have had some room to run. Again, here we got a bunch of flags. There's some pushing going on here. We're seeing a bunch of yellow flags coming in here as that was only a pass for about 4 yards, but we're going to have some personal fouls upcoming here. We'll have to sort this out as didn't really see, Joe. I don't know if you saw it. What was happening, but after the play, I believe a little jawing back and forth.
And a little bit of a scrum action there going on. Both sides guilty by the time it gets sorted out. I'm not sure if it'll be one side or the other, or if these will be offsetting because both teams were guilty.
We'll wait and see what the...
Personal foul, number 50 on the offense. Dead ball, personal foul, number 16 on the defense. Those fouls offset, brings up 4th down.
And just as we suspected, they called personal fouls on both teams. They were dead balls, so the play counted, and it's 4th down for the Pioneers.
Yeah, offsetting penalties there, and with 7:03 to play here in the opening half, Andrew Cantrell will step back to punt again. Ball at the 43-yard line. Chance for the Pioneers to pin the Braves deep here. They don't come after this one, and that one is shanked off the side of Andrew's foot, and it's going to go out of bounds at about the, I think, the 36-yard line.
No, they're going to give him benefit of the doubt of the 35, so that's going to wind up being a 7-yard punt for the Pioneers.
Yeah, so unfortunately, after the block a few minutes ago, a shanked punt, and now the Pembroke Braves will take over at their own 35.
Pioneer defense has got to hold here, Tim. You're rolling down in time possession. We know that Pembroke can hold this thing almost till halftime.
Oh, that's very true. Fake handoff. Jones going to go deep. He's got a receiver, but he overthrew him. And Pioneers catch a break there as that was number 15, Tyshawn Carter, who had got behind the defense.
That football caught just a little bit of this wind that's blowing here at Pioneer Field. Unfortunately for Tusculum, it would cause the ball to overshoot the intended target, or the UNC Pembroke might be celebrating another touchdown.
13-7, UNC Pembroke with the lead. Pioneer defense spread all out here as 5 wideouts for the Braves. Jones with plenty of time. He rolls out of the pocket. Looks like he's just going to keep it and scamper for no yards as he runs into the markers.
Yeah, it was a good play by Jones there because he was rolling to his right, and all of a sudden he just stopped on a dime and was able to roll back left. Really just got littered to the line of scrimmage because he took out the down marker, but Pioneers very well could have had him caught in the backfield for a loss of 3 or 4.
3rd and 10 upcoming here. Ball still at the 36-yard line. Defense looking to get a 3 and out. Here comes the pressure, and that is going to be picked off. It's going to go to the house, trying to see the official number here.
Jackson Coffin.
Jackson Coffin comes up with it. It was a great pursuit by the Pioneer defense. And as he was hit as he threw, and that pass was intercepted and returned.
Right at the line of scrimmage, Tim. Pioneer's doing a good job putting the pressure on Jones, and he threw the ball right into Coffin's hand, right at the line of scrimmage, somewhere in the neighborhood of 35, 40 yards. Waiting, trying to see the replay here, exactly where this took place.
Coffin with the interception and the return for the touchdown. The extra point up, and it is good by Eli Shepard. And just like that, the defense scores, and the Pioneers have regained the lead. 6:02 left to play here, opening half. It's Tusculum Pioneers 14, UNC Pembroke Braves 13. We'll be back after this break.
Family.
Food's here!
What's it mean to you?
We got lunch.
To us, it means the people you care about, look out for, and yeah, love. Even if you'd never let them hear you say it.
Hey, you're eating hummus? What's wrong with hummus?
Here at Ingles, we have everything you need to gather around the table and give each other a hard time. Because that's what families do. Ingles. All the ingredients for family.
Whether heating or cooling. Pipes run through the inside and outside of money-saving tip.
Kicking off for the Pioneers, number 47, Alan Andrzejewski. Back deep, forward.
You're listening to Tusculum versus UNC Pembroke. Now, let's return to the broadcast.
6:02 remaining here in the opening half. A defensive touchdown by Jackson Coffin gives the Pioneers a 14-13 advantage, and Andrew Andrzejewski is going to kick off, and again it's going to be a short high kick that's going to be fair caught at about the 25-yard line. And we've seen a little bit of everything here, Joe, in the first half. We've had our own punt blocked for a touchdown. We just picked up an interception return for a touchdown that favored us, and it's been an entertaining first half nonetheless.
It really has. Don't forget, also we saw UNC Pembroke bounce extra point off the upright. Saw Thurlow Wilkins' big long touchdown run. Good half so far. Still quite a bit of football left before the break.
14-13. Again, the difference being a missed extra point, and that's how the Pioneers sit right now with a 1-point advantage. Jones with the handoff. UNC Pembroke with the football at their own 25-yard line. Just under 6 minutes to play here in the opening half.
Ivan Hogan's first one in on there, making a stop for the Pioneers, getting some help out by Jackson Coffin and a couple others, but Hogan's leading the charge.
And nothing given on that play. It's now 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 9, Pembroke.
Actually, they give them a yard officially. Braves going to spread out the offense here. 3 wideouts down to the right side, 1 up top. Tailback in the backfield. Here comes pressure again. They picked it up, balls in the air, and it tips into the hands of, I can't see what number that receiver is right now, but and there's a break for the Braves. That was a
jump ball. It was tipped, hit by one of the Pioneer defensive linemen. Ball popped straight in the air. Could have come down to anybody. Unfortunately, it came down into the hands of the intended target in the first place. And right now, UNC Pembroke has 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, I think that was Threet that somehow came up with it, so it's now 3rd and 4 at their own 31. Pioneers brought the blitz on that play, but it was picked up effectively by the tailback. Jones back in, pressure again. He steps forward, and he's going nowhere as he's going down. Looks like that is maybe Colton Strickland, or no, actually that was 56.
Josh Jones coming out the sack for the Pioneers, so big defensive play there, finally getting off the field on 3rd down.
Great pursuit again by the Pioneers, and Tusculum will get an opportunity again to have the football here with a little over 4 minutes to play.
The offer dropping back deep for the Pioneers. UNC Pembroke punting with that little bit of breeze now, and we'll see how this works out.
It's a nice high punt. D's going to get away from it, it looks like, and it's going to take a friendly UNC Pembroke bounce and settle in at about the 26-yard line.
Super hang time there for UNC Pembroke on the punt, and that's the reason Alford really couldn't do anything about trying to get a return, because there was so much hang time that allowed the punt coverage unit to get downfield and just surround him, so he had to back away instead of risking the turnover.
3:47 left to play here in the first half. Pioneers cling to a 1-point lead, starting at the 26-yard line. Again, Pioneers with 122 yards of total offense here in the first half. Moore back in the gun. He'll hand it off. Nice run here by Shippey. And if it wasn't for his jersey, he may have broke that one, but he was drugged down by his jersey after a nice gain from the 26-yard line all the way to the 46-yard line of UNC Pembroke. So a nice run by Jordan Shippey to give the Pioneers a first down.
Kind of just a little bit under 30-yard run there for Shippey, and as you say, he was broken into open field. One of the UNC Pembroke defenders was just able to get his shirt tail and drag him to the ground.
Had a lot of Thurlow Wilkins early on. Now let's see if we can get Jordan to bust one here for a touchdown. 3 minutes and change left. Shippey again right up the gut, and he will get another first down as he is drugged down from behind once again, and he will move the chains down to the 33-yard line.
Very similar play, back-to-back. Pioneer offensive front right in the middle, doing a good job of blocking and opening the holes up for Jordan Shippey.
13-yard gain on that run by Jordan. Jordan now up to about 50, a little over 50 yards, rushing 64 to be exact. A little 1-2 punch of Wilkins and Shippey here in the first half. 2.5 minutes left to play. Under center, handoff. Shippey again. This time he is wrapped up and dropped for about a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, although not exactly the same play. This time Jordan was trying to go to the right side of the line. You go to the 3 straight plays. Obviously the defense is going to pick up on it by the time you do it the 3rd time.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
2:23 and counting here. Pioneers would love to punch one in here right before the half. UNC Pembroke will have the first possession of the second half.
Shippey having to come out because he lost his headgear. You got Will Boney coming in as kind of a blocking back, and then Thurlow Wilkins in the backfield behind the quarterback.
Approach the 2-minute mark. Moore takes the snap. Now he's running for his life, and he's going to be brought down and sacked. And that will bring up 3rd and about 14, 3rd and 13.
Big play here for the Pioneers. Got to really try to push it down here on 3rd down. Even if you pick up some yards, it's going to be difficult to be in field goal range. So I see the Pioneers in 2-down territory.
Yeah, with a minute, a little over 90 seconds left to play here in the first half, you would anticipate that 3rd and 14 ball at the 37, pretty much out of field goal range. So Try to get as much as you can here with possibility of a 4th down play as well. 4 wideouts, 3 on the left side, 1 on the right. Snap back to Moore. He's going to go deep, and he's going to overthrow Ponder, running down, streaking down the right side, and that will bring up 4th and 14. And we'll see what Coach Odom decides to draw up here. Looks like he's going to bring in the punting team, not risk giving a somewhat short field to the Braves if they turn it over.
Yeah, if I think if I would have picked up anything on that 3rd down play, they would have probably tried to go for it on 4th, but unfortunately it was an incomplete pass, so you are got Cantrell on the punt.
Quick snap. Andrew gets it off, and it's going to bounce, and it looks like it could stop, but unfortunately the Pioneers cannot get it and down, and it will go into the end zone for a touchback.
UNC Pembroke was thinking another block, punt, scoop, and score. They had 4 guys rushing back, just about got a hand on it, but as it was, Cantrell got the ball off and unfortunately went to the end zone, so now UNC Pembroke gets the ball. 80 yards to go with 70 seconds left before the break.
Yeah, the Braves have thrown for 79 yards. How often do you look at a contest, Joe, and see they have 9 yards rushing in the first half and still in the ballgame? Yeah. You don't see that.
Not very often.
But they are airing it out the best they can, and there is a completed pass. A fumble. It's going to be scooped up and picked up by the Pioneers. I could not see who got it. They're going to say that was a completed pass and a fumble. And who do we have there?
I still can't tell because his jersey's half ripped off him. I want to.
That's Isaiah Dunn. Yes, that's Isaiah Dunn. Yes. So there was a completed pass and
a hit, perhaps by Ivan Hogan's. I saw Ivan right in the middle of that mix come up out of it, but Dunn come up with the football. Now the Pioneers have the ball pretty good shape. 1st and 10 at the UNC Pembroke 25-yard line with exactly 1 minute left in the 2nd quarter.
So the defense creates a turnover. And now it will be 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line with exactly 1 minute left to play. So just the way we drew it up, that was the handoff to the tailback, and there is no room to go as he's stretched far to the left. And
that's going to be Shippey on a carry for the Pioneers, I believe it was. And Jerry Odom's called Tusculum's first timeout with 52 seconds remaining.
Yeah, 52 seconds to go. Let everybody know about the Pioneer Club. Founded in 1991, the Pioneer Club helps our students succeed athletically and academically, as its members provide athletic scholarships as well as support for our programs and our facilities. The Pioneer Club offers several donation levels to meet your budget. More importantly, we hope you'll join the Pioneer Club to help us support our student athletes by giving them the best possible resources to excel on and off the playing surface. If you received a Pioneer Club brochure, please take the time to review it and determine what you can give to support Tusculum University. If you'd like to receive a brochure or would like more information, you can contact Josh Ely at 423-636-7331.
Hey, I'm a member of the Pioneer Club, and you should be too.
Yeah, I am as well. So it is a great organization to help out our university and help out our athletic department, and we encourage everyone to become a member if you can. 52 seconds remaining here in the first half. 14-13, Pioneers with the lead, but Pioneers with a great opportunity here to add to this lead after the fumble recovery. And so for this half, we've had 2 turnovers the defense has taken away from UNC Pembroke. One resulted in a Jackson Cawthon touchdown interception return, and hopefully here the Pioneers can get some points out of this one as well. Moore under in the shotgun. He's going to take the snap. He's going to go deep. Ponder got turned around, and that pass was out of reach anyway. So it will be 3rd and 11 here at the 26.
Would like to point out the cloud cover continues to roll in. We're now playing under the lights, and it's bright enough. Hey, we're at, what time is it? 2:40 in the afternoon, playing under the lights, and it's still enough for just casting a lot of long shadows here by the players.
It's getting dark. Rain is supposed to come in sometime this evening, but it's very windy out. It's a time that I appreciate being indoors right now, especially if the rain does come.
Yeah, we're fortunate to have good seats here at Pioneer Field today.
Bryce Moore back in the shotgun, all alone. He gets to the line of scrimmage and makes a couple of adjustments. We've got 5 wideouts, and we're going to have either a timeout as Moore got laid out by the defensive lineman, the offensive line for Tusculum. They're going to stick up for their quarterback, and we got a little jaw in here. And then we've got...
Well, if this gets out of hand, it's 100% on the referee's fault. There's no penalty flag thrown. The whistle was blown. Moore was stopped for a good 2 count, and then he just got completely leveled. There was no penalty on the play.
Yeah, we're going to see it. I don't know if a timeout was called before. It was a Tusculum timeout right before the snap. But as you mentioned, the whistles were blown, and I would argue that it's probably not hard for them to hear that down there. And so, Bryce laid out, and the offensive lineman took a little offense to that, but no penalties called there as well. Speaking of Pioneer football, the Pioneer Football Radio Show each and every Monday during football season. Join Brian Staten alongside Coach Jerry Odom and our Pioneer Players of the Week from Applebee's in Greenville as we review the previous games and preview the next game beginning at 7 p.m. Come out and enjoy the benefits of the great food in the neighborhood at Applebee's while supporting the Pioneer football team. If you can't make it, you can listen on 99.5 FM and online at TusculumPioneers.com. 47 seconds remaining here in the opening half. Pioneers leading 14-13. What do you draw up here, Joe, on 3rd and 11 from the 26? If you don't make any yards, you're looking at, about a 43-yard field goal. Does Eli Shepard have that range?
Well, I think he's got that range. The wind is going to be the situation. To make it very difficult now because it's a big-time crosswind. You can hear it from time to time in our crowd mic. So obviously the Pioneers are looking deep because they've got an empty backfield, 5 wide receivers.
Moore takes the snap. Here comes the pressure. He rotates out. He's going to run for it. He's going to try to get the first down, and he's going to come up about a couple yards short, it's going to look like, as he's going to get down, scamper down to about the 18-yard line.
So now it's a situation, Pioneers have opportunity. They're going to say that Moore went out of bounds at the 8. Ball is spotted right on the 18, so you're going to be looking at a field goal attempt by Eli Shepard.
4th and 3. Shepard will line up for what will equate to about a 35-yard field goal.
Ball going to be spotted, held by DeBusk right on the 25.
Snaps down. Kick is up. It is going to be good.
Not pretty, but effective. 3 points either way on the scoreboard for the Pioneers as they stretched their lead before halftime.
35-yard field goal by Eli Shepard, good, and the lead is 17-13 in favor of the Pioneers. We'll just keep it here with 35 seconds left before the half. So 2 turnovers in the first half by the defense, and that's resulted in 10 points. And that's the difference in the game right now, 17-13 in favor of the Pioneers.
Yeah, I mean, right now the Pioneers in a good situation. They are going to have to kick off to UNC Pembroke to start the second half, kicking off to the Braves now. And honestly, we know that UNC Pembroke can go deep whenever you've got the quarterback play that they do from Jones. So they've got a lot of work to do. You can't sit on a 17-13 lead.
As we said, we expected a high-scoring contest in pregame. Jim and Brian mentioned you probably need to score 35 to win, which we would be sort of on pace to that, get around 34 if we scored 17 in the second half. But neither team has really clicked offensively just yet. Had some big spurts, big plays here or there. But it's been a tale of 2 games. The offense for Pembroke has been through the air. The offense for the Pioneers have been on the ground, 147 yards rushing out of the 166 total yards are on the ground for the Pioneers. The 1-2 punch of Wilkins and Shippey, 71 yards and 63 yards respectively for those 2 young men. Kickoff by Andrzejewski is up, and it's going to be deep. Received at the 10. Here comes the return. He gets out to the about 33-yard line, 34 maybe, depending on where they spot that one. It will be interesting to see what Pembroke decides to do, whether they sit on it or, like you said, they've got the ability and the deep threats to throw it deep if they want to.
Yeah, this could be a situation where first down, you take a look downfield, just see, probe the Pioneers, see what you can do. If nothing really comes from it, just protect the football and going into the break.
Number 32 will be 1st and 10, Braves.
Ball is at the 32 officially, 1st and 10 for the Braves. Snap, they're going to hand it off and just run the ball. They get about 8 yards, maybe 9. Good 8, and they're going to call a timeout. So I would anticipate you're going to see some deep throws upcoming here with 15 seconds left to go. I believe that was number 24 for Pembroke, D'Angelo Blair Young, one of their tailbacks. And with 15 seconds to go, you got the timeout here by Pembroke. And what do you do, Joe, if you're the defensive coordinator here, Coach Odom? Or
if I'm calling a play, I'm going to drop guys back into coverage. Don't give up the deep ball, because honestly, although UNC Pembroke does have 2 timeouts left, if it's a running play in the middle of the field, just don't give up very much. Just don't let the defense or the offense get behind you. That's your big key. You don't want them scoring a touchdown before halftime, taking the lead.
Yeah, Hunter Braswell is a freshman, the place kicker for UNC Pembroke, but he is 5 of 5 on field goals, if I read the stat sheet right. Don't know exactly what his range is, but yeah, it's better to get back into some type of prevent and not give up 6 and let him have the middle of the field and see what happens. They added 2 seconds to the clock. 17 seconds left to play here. Ball at the 41. It's 2nd and 1 officially. Snap back to Jones. He's going to go across. Pioneers will give up some yardage here as the ball is now down to the 48. And another timeout will be called by UNC Pembroke.
Play developed, took 6 seconds on the clock. We have 11 seconds remaining before intermission.
Ball is sitting at somewhere between the 48 and the 49-yard line of the Pioneers. So we know without a doubt from watching the arm strength of Josh Jones that he can make that Hail Mary throw into the end zone. So again, now you figure 2 more plays possibly for them?
Yeah, just based on what it is. If you you drop back in coverage, don't let Jones get a quick pass off. Force him to run around and eat more time off the clock. So keep somebody up front, keep pressure on the quarterback, and then just drop the rest of you guys back in coverage to bat the ball down. 1 timeout remaining for the visitors from UNC Pembroke. They'll come out here with trips on one side, one receiver up top. Pioneers will set back. Looks like a little zone coverage. Got 2 safeties back pretty much. Willing to give up some short yardage and not the long ball. They're going to go pretty deep, but that throw is way out of bounds. And that was very uncatchable. And that again eats up about 5 seconds. There's 6 seconds to go. Time for one more play here before halftime. So right now you really drop your guys back into coverage and just don't give up a ball into the end zone. We'll see how they do this. I would anticipate, like you, that they're going to run everybody down to the end zone. Pioneers maybe can get some pressure here. Maybe sack him or force an errant throw would be nice. Ball going out of bounds. It does stop the clock, so they've got all the time they need to snap the football. 2 receivers lined up on either side. Here comes a little pressure. He's going to throw it deep. That receiver's down there, and there's a little contact, but nothing called, and the clock will strike 0, and both teams will head to the locker rooms. We have reached the half here at Pioneer Field. It's Tusculum 17, UNC Pembroke 13. We'll be back in just a few moments. You're listening to the Pioneer Sports Network.
So much of life these days is rushing around from one place to another. Sometimes you just want to enjoy the journey on the way to the destination. And part of what makes it a little more enjoyable is an appreciation for the folks who help you get there. At Ingles, we know that the people who send you on your way are the same ones who keep you coming back.
I think you should take it for a spin. Are you serious?
Ingles, all the ingredients for family. The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingles has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time. Ingles, all the ingredients for family.
Tusculum University is Tennessee's first university. Established in 1794, Tusculum's beautiful campus is nestled in the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains. Students from 31 states and 15 countries have found a home here. With nearly 60 areas of study, Tusculum can help you pioneer your path to success. Visit www.tusculum.edu or call 423-636-7300 to discover the pioneer experience for yourself.
It's fine. It'll be okay, okay? Nobody cares about the flowers. Who needs flowers at a wedding?
At Ingles, we know that the best of plans don't always go according to plan.
My best friend's getting married today and the florist never showed.
That's why we're always there when you need us.
What are their colors?
Purple and cream.
With smiling faces and helping hands.
No one cares. No one cares. You will look great. Flowers are not important. And where is Holly? Have you anyone seen Holly?
And although life will be predictably unpredictable,
Let's get you to that wedding.
a curveball is that much more satisfying
I got the flowers!
when you knock it out of the park.
Oh my gosh, it's awesome!
So when the plan goes out the window and improvisation becomes the order of the day, just remember, that's where the best of memories are made.
All right, they're ready for us.
True story. Ingles, all the ingredients for family. family.
Food's here!
What's it mean to you?
We got lunch.
To us, it means the people you care about, look out for, and yeah, love. Even if you'd never let them hear you say it.
Hey, you're eating hummus? What's wrong with hummus?
Here at Ingles, we have everything you need to gather around the table and give each other a hard time. Because that's what families do. Ingles, all the ingredients for family.
Hello, my name is Jacob Fate, and I'm the Dean of the College of Business at Tusculum University. I'm proud to share with you that the programs in the College of Business received accreditation through ACBSP in December of 2018. The Accreditation Council for Business Schools and Programs accredits business schools and programs worldwide. This accreditation elevates our programs to the top programs worldwide.
We are in Granger County, Tennessee, here at Pierce Farms, and the Pierce family has been working with Ingles for over 30 years. It means a great deal supplying produce as a local farmer. It really touches base knowing that we're just simple people just trying to help, and we love what we do, and Ingles is a huge part of helping us do it. Farming is who we are, and it's in our blood. God has really blessed us with the sun and the soil to grow the best tomatoes you'll find anywhere. I believe it's really in the soil. So if you're in Granger County and you farm tomatoes, then you're in. Just a great blessing on us to actually farm and be able to farm and to supply tomatoes to people. And Ingles really cares about family farms like Pierce Farms, and they really care about their customers. We're just glad to be a part of that. God has blessed us with a really great partnership there. They make fresh local produce have real meaning for lots of people. I'm Shane Pierce, and this is my Ingles story.
So much of life these days is rushing around from one place to another. Sometimes you just want to enjoy the journey on the way to the destination. And part of what makes it a little more enjoyable is an appreciation for the folks who help you get there. At Ingles, we know that the people who send you on your way are the same ones who keep you coming back.
I think you should take it for a spin. Are you serious?
Ingles, all the ingredients for family. The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingles has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time.
Wow, it's funny running into you.
Ingles, all the ingredients for family.
Tusculum University is Tennessee's first university. Established in 1794, Tusculum's beautiful campus is nestled in the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains. Students from 31 states and 15 countries have found a home here. With nearly 60 areas of study, Tusculum can help you pioneer your path to success. Visit www.tusculum.edu or call 423-636-7300 to discover the pioneer experience for yourself.
It's fine. It'll be okay, okay? Nobody cares about the flowers. Who needs flowers at a wedding?
At Ingles, we know that the best of plans don't always go according to plan.
My best friend's getting married today and the florist never showed.
That's why we're always there when you need us.
What are their colors?
Purple and cream.
With smiling faces and helping hands.
No one cares. No one cares. You will look great. Flowers are not important. And where is Holly? Have you anyone seen Holly?
And although life will be predictably unpredictable,
Let's get you to that wedding.
a curveball is that much more satisfying
I got the flowers!
when you knock it out of the park.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome!
So when the plan goes out the window and improvisation becomes the order of the day, just remember, that's where the best of memories are made.
All right, they're ready for us.
True story. Ingles, all the ingredients for family. So much of life these days is rushing around from one place to another. Sometimes you just want to enjoy the journey on the way to the destination. And part of what makes it a little more enjoyable is an appreciation for the folks who help you get there. At Ingles, we know that the people who send you on your way are the same ones who keep you coming back.
I think you should take it for a spin. Are you serious?
Ingles, all the ingredients for family. The first date.
It's an hour here right around the stadium, gust well into double digits. So keeping the ball on the ground might be the best option because no telling what happens if the wind catches it going in the air. And perhaps if UNC Pembroke continues to pass, that could create opportunities for more turnovers via interception, maybe send over and return for a touchdown.
It will be interesting to see what second half adjustments both teams make here. Last week in the contest up at UVA Wise, both teams sort of battled it out. It was not a very pretty game. I think we can safely say that, but we got the W, and that's all that matters. In the game for Pembroke against Wingate, they came out and scored 35 second half points, I believe. So the defense has got to be ready because this Brave squad is one that seems to be able to turn it on at times, and if they do it here in the second half, we're going to have to be able to stop them. But at the same time, like you said, if we can continue the running attack that we have going here, we should be all right. You would think if we could control the time of possession. You and I mentioned early in the second quarter how it was very, very telling that they had a massive advantage on time of possession. I think they had like 2.5 minutes to our 3, but then it sort of evened itself out in the second quarter there. Both teams have had it for just under about 15 minutes.
Well, and we don't want to get into a scoring contest with these guys because basically over the last 2 games, the Pioneers have averaged somewhere about 17 points a game, while vice versa on the other side of that, UNC Pembroke has averaged 37 points a game each of the last 2 contests. So it's in Tusculum's interest to try to keep the score low.
Yeah, that is very true. Second half action about to get underway here. As we said, the Pioneers will be kicking off. They'll be kicking off left to right here, kicking toward the indoor practice facility for those that are familiar with our football stadium and our campus. Looks like it's going to be Alan Andrzejewski with the kickoff here.
Right now, we hadn't seen a whole lot of either team via kickoff return, so hopefully we won't see it again on this one with UNC Pembroke receiving the kick to start the second half.
Yeah, both teams, with the exception of the kickoff right there before the half, both teams have elected to kick it either short or very. That was a dangerous play there by UNC Pembroke, as that kick was very short, but it stayed in bounds. Took a favorable bounce for the Pioneers, but fortunately for the Braves, they were able to get on it, and they will have their possession at about the 34-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to wind up spotting it right at the 32-10. The ball hit the ground and bounced back up in the air, and it was kind of a jump ball, anybody up for grabs, and it would have been live for Tusculum to get. Unfortunately, it was one of the Braves who came down with it, and now UNC Pembroke will be scrimmaging to start the second half.
Jones will come back out at quarterback here. It looks like, I can't tell from this angle if that is number 28, it looks like, and he's going nowhere as The Pioneers just swarm him. I don't think that's Sam Vines, if that is actually 28 into the game, and that's one of the first times I've seen him. I've seen 24 D'Angelo Blair Young.
So on that tabs, Ivan Hogan's officially credited with the tackle for the Pioneers. It was a host of them led by Javon Green, getting himself back into Pembroke territory.
That's a loss of about 4 yards on the first play of the second half here. So 2nd and 14 upcoming from the 28-yard line. 4 wideouts for the Braves. Trying to get a play off, and unfortunately for the Braves, they could not. And it will be a delayed game, and they will back up even more. So opening possession here for UNC Pembroke. Not going the way they want, but for Pioneer fans, it's going exactly the way they do.
Well, let's just hope we can keep it up. The first play, the Pioneers were able to drop UNC Pembroke behind the line of scrimmage and then back them up 5 more yards. You're now looking at 2nd and 19 with the Braves have the ball on their own 23.
This has been a very competitive series. This is the 6th time these two teams have played. Pembroke with a 3-2 advantage. However, the Pioneers have won the last 2 in the contest. Jones has nowhere to go, so he's going to run out of a collapsing pocket, and there's the athleticism of the quarterback for the Braves as he's able to make about 15 yards out of nothing.
And it was, he was stopped dead to rights, probably back behind the 20-yard line, and he was able to slip his way through 2 Pioneer defenders and actually now make us back 3rd and 5 for UNC Pembroke.
Very manageable 3rd down when you thought it would not be at 2nd and 19, but the ball is sitting at the 37-yard line. Trips right, running back in the backfield, and the tight end took off about 2 seconds before everyone else.
I don't know what UNC Pembroke did in the locker room, but obviously communicating what they were going to do here to start the second half, not it. First you had to delay a game, and now you had to false start somebody not on the right page.
Yeah, the first half stats, as far as penalties, there was not many penalties called in the game. Two for UNC Pembroke and 3 for Tusculum, but 2 already called here on the first possession. And what was 3rd and 5? It's now 3rd and 10. About to click under the 13-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter. Josh Jones will take the snap and he'll hand it off. And scampering away from the defense that is either going to be Blair Young or it's going to be Vines. It's Blair Young. And he will come up short, though, so that will be punting time for the Braves.
Malik Goodman making a stop for the Pioneers and doing it just in time because we're about to see a situation where UNC Pembroke converted on 3rd and 10. Goodman fortunately making the tackle, and now Tusculum's got the opportunity to get the ball for the first time here in the 3rd quarter.
D. Alford would love to get a nice returnable punt here. There's 1 to him. We'll see what he can do. He's not going to fair catch it. He's going to take it. Good pursuit by the defense of the Braves, and not a lot of room for him to run, and it will be 1st and 10 for the Pioneers at the 20.
Alford trying to make something happen. He was just grabbed enough and held up by the rushing defender to prevent Alford from breaking loose until a couple of UNC Pembroke Braves could get down and make the tackle.
12:09 left to play here, 3rd quarter, 17-13. Pioneers with the lead. Shippey will start off in the backfield alongside Bryce Moore. You got Ponder on one side. Moss will go in motion. Hand off to Shippey. Shippey tries to follow the line that was trying to move and get some holes, but nothing going there. Everybody just stood up, and that will be a no gain, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, not exactly sure what the thought process was there or what was supposed to happen, but nothing did and Shippey running right into the back of probably 15 of the 22 players on the field.
They give him officially 1 yard, so he'll take that. 2nd and 9, ball at the 21. As we mentioned, our offensive line, Broadwater, Kivion, Tremaine Chapman, Bailey Herring, Brandon Harrison, Christian Couture. You throw Mangle in there at tight end. They could get some more continuity and get to play more. They'd be good. And there's a break by Shippey. Shippey's running. He's got it. It's now a foot race, and unfortunately, Pembroke's able to catch up with him. But Jordan Shippey found the hole, and he took off, and he is going to bust it all the way down to the Pembroke 20-yard line. About a 60-yard run. Is that right? My math's right?
Yeah, about 59, I think it was.
59. He said, third low, if you can do it, I think I'll take a 59-yarder as well.
That's exciting times here. Pioneers actually getting the ground game going today, paying off to their benefit, moving the chains all the way down to the UNC Pembroke 20-yard line.
Yeah, Jordan was hoping he would be able to outrun the young man from Pembroke. Unable to do it, but it's first down at the 20-yard line for the Pioneers. Shippey went over 100 yards. He's got 123 on the afternoon. Here's a flag, a penalty as the handoff is to Ponder. Here's another flag. It looks like it's going to be holding at least one of them. I don't know about the other. Ponder's going to get 9 yards out of the play, but I think it's going to be on us.
This first one's probably going to be some sort of shift against the Pioneers, and then the one back in the middle of the field wind up probably be holding.
Wait and see what the call is. Maybe some, like you said, illegal shift, illegal formation. Shippey with a 59-yard run just a moment ago to make his day look like 123 yards rushing with 11 attempts, averaging 11 yards a carry. Both running backs averaging 11 yards a carry. When you do that, you're having a pretty good day on the ground.
Referee didn't turn his mic on.
We got a false start.
That penalty is declined. The one that they're going to take is going to be the holding there in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
So that will replay first down and back the Pioneers up 10 yards to their own 29-yard line. We'll spot it right at the 30.
Yeah, just a little on the opposite side of the 30 here. So first down, ball back around the 30 and change mark.
So you're setting up first down and 20 now for the Tusculum Pioneers.
A little bit different red zone here when you got 10 more yards to go. Double wideouts on either side. Hand off to Wilkins. Tries to go outside. Nothing given there. Good pursuit by the Pembroke defense.
Be a pickup of about 2 there for Wilkins, and the Pioneers brings up second down 18.
10 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. As we said, it's been a rather gloomy day. Lights on and early afternoon kickoff, but nonetheless, it stayed dry, and that's what we like. Moore under center, calling out the plays. Going to have a double shift here with the 2 tight ends. Now they'll get on either side here. Moore's going to try to throw one up one-on-one coverage. He has Bellinger, and it's just through his hands.
Just a little bit overthrown there. Bellinger reaching out, trying to get it. Ball dropped through his hands, and unfortunately now we're looking at third down for Tusculum.
Yeah, good play. Everybody was bunched in, and just a little one-on-one coverage, and had it, just couldn't reel it in. Third and 18, ball at the 28. Receivers come in. Deshaun Davis is checked in. AJ will stay in. Torrey Ponder, Jake Moss. They're in tight, but looks like we're going to have Gomillion in the backfield alongside Moore. He's going to go out into the flat. Moore's going to run it. Moore's got some room, and he's going to step out of bounds at about the 14-yard line, which will bring up 4th and 4. But with a 4-point lead, you anticipate you take the 3?
Yeah, you would think so at this point in the game.
There's a flag. I see some laundry on the field, and it's going to be holding, so it's going to be wipe that play away and back up the Pioneers.
So now we're going to replay third down, I guess, and wind up being third and about forever.
Yeah, it was. We'll see where they spot the football. They're going to walk it all the way back to the 38-yard line.
Biggie, third down 28 now for the Pioneers. They can get the first down, plenty of room to get the first down without getting into the end zone, but they've got to have a big play even to get back into field goal range.
Bellinger, Moss, and Davis up top. Looks like Ponder down here on the bottom. Gomillion again in the backfield. Snap to Moore, pressure coming. He rotates out, rolls out. He's going to run it again. except for this time he's not going to get far. He's going to get down to about the 28, maybe 27-yard line. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 28.
Not to play the Pioneers and head coach Jerry Odom we're looking for. Coach Odom kind of shaking his head there on the sideline, hoping to get the ball a whole lot closer downfield. It looks like we are going to see Eli Shepard come on for a field goal attempt.
That ball is sitting right about the 28-yard line, so they're going to kick it from the 35. So a 45-yard field goal coming. Eli will line it up. There's the snap. Kick is up. It is good. Eli Shepard with a 45-yard field goal with 8:21 left to play, third quarter. New score, Tusculum Pioneers 20, UNC Pembroke 13. We'll be back. You're listening to the Pioneer Sports Network.
So much of life these days is rushing around from one place to another. Sometimes you just want to enjoy the journey on the way to the destination. And part of what makes it a little more enjoyable is an appreciation for the folks who help you get there. At Ingles, we know that the people who send you on your way are the same ones who keep you coming back.
I think you should take it for a spin. Are you serious?
Ingles, all the ingredients for family. The first date. Only one chance to make that first impression. Don't worry, this might be new for you, but Ingles has been there before. From flowers to the freshest ingredients, we have everything you need to put your best foot forward.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you can't get to happily ever after without once upon a time. Ingles, all the ingredients for family.
Versus UNC Pembroke. Now, let's return to the broadcast.
A 45-yard field goal by Eli Shepard extends the Pioneer lead to 7 here with 8:21 left to play in the third quarter. Joe, that series was set up by a 59-yard run by Jordan Shippey. Unfortunately, some penalties once we got officially. I'm assuming we'll say we were officially in the red zone. We were right about the 20, I think, after that run. So some penalties hurt us. It ends up getting us 3 points, but nonetheless we extend the lead to a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, you really would have thought it would have been more penalties than what it is, because the Pioneers now only have 5 penalties for the game. It almost seems like there was 5 for that drive, but they were bad penalties. But still, whenever you're putting points on the board, you're at home trying to get your first home victory of the year, spread your lead. It's good.
That is very, very true. Andrzejewski with the kickoff here. We'll see what we do. It's been an adventure every kickoff for both teams and how they've decided to approach this. It's going to be short, fielded at the 20. And the return, there's a flag here, which I would hope would be a holding against Pembroke. It's way away from the action, but the ball currently sits at about the 24. Let's see if they get backed up even further. Get a little chippy out there, but as you mentioned in the first half, officials have let them play, which hopefully won't result in anything bad happening later.
Yeah, we don't need to see that. That kind of pops up from time to time in football this season, but we don't need to see it here today. Let's just have everybody play a good football game and see a contest instead of a fight.
So waiting for the official wording here for the penalty. It's sitting closest to the Tusculum sideline, but as we said, the play went to the right side. It is a block in the back against the Braves. So they will start their possession at roughly the 19-yard line.
UNC penalty, 10-yard penalty, backed them up to their 19, so that's where the Braves will start, 1st and 10.
Looks like in the backfield will be Blair Young along with Josh Jones. 3 wideouts for the Braves. Pioneers looking to bring pressure. Jones rotates out of the pocket, finds his receiver, who will get the first down. 11 yards on the pickup, or right at 10 it looks like.
That's just a solid play by a good quarterback there, Josh Jones for UNC Pembroke. Was it ever really pressured by the Pioneers on that play? He was able to roll out to his left, pick out an open target kind of out here in the flat, and pick up the first down for the Braves.
That's 8th reception of the game. He's been targeted 9 times and made 8 receptions, so he is one you think the defense is going to watch. There's a handoff to Blair Young, D'Angelo Blair Young, and he's going to get about 3 yards.
One of, not really a long run, but one of the more effective ones for UNC Pembroke. I suspect they're really going to have to start going heavy to the pass, which they've done anyway, but so far it's been doing it because the run doesn't work. At some point they're going to catch on to that and just start throwing it every down.
Yeah, we talked about the Pioneers defense was going to be up to have a big challenge here with this Pembroke offense, and thus far through a half and half of the third quarter, only getting up 147 yards of total offense, so the defense has stepped up to the challenge thus far. Jones will take the snap. 3 wide outs on the left side. He's going to throw that direction. Good pursuit by the defense. That was David Johnson coming in there and breaking that up, and that will bring up 3rd and 7.
Connor Johnson doing a heck of a job, I believe it was there for the Pioneers. Not Connor Johnson, taking a look at Josh Forrest, should I say, going through, putting pressure on Jones, causing him to throw the ball a little bit early.
Yeah, that's one thing. This quarterback for UNC Pembroke, we said, is a very good football player, but when you're running for your life, a lot of times it makes it a lot easier for the defense and the defensive backs and the corners to play better defense when he's having to throw it a lot quicker than he wants to. And so credit our defensive front, our linebackers, for getting a lot of pursuit. That throw is to Threet again, and he is wide open over the middle, and he's going to get the first down and gain quite a few yards here for the Pembroke Braves.
Yeah, Threet just showing what kind of athleticism he had, because Johnson's ball was actually thrown high. He had to, on the fly, reach up and go get it, and then come down, still hit the ground running, and pick up a big piece of yardage there for the Braves.
Threet had 25 receptions coming into the contest. He has, I think, 9 in the ball game right now, getting closer and closer to 100 yards. He's got 85 yards receiving on 9 receptions. Ball is sitting at the 44-yard line of the Pioneers, 20-13. Pioneers with a 7-point advantage. 6:23 left to play here in the third quarter. Long pass by Jones. He's going to Threet again, and Threet almost pulled down a one-handed grab. A good defense there by David Johnson. David was step for step with him all the way down.
And both players doing a little pushing and shoving there. Good. Thankfully, officials just let that go, because who are you going to call it on, one or the other? And there was no penalty, so clock stopped. 6 minutes, 16 seconds left here in the third.
Good to see David back to full strength. Got a little nicked up a couple games ago, but has bounced back well. With the way they run this offense, throwing quite a bit, a lot of nickel packages being run here by the Pioneers. Again, 3 wideouts. Looks like a tight end in as well. 2nd and 10, ball to 44. There is the handoff, and that's Sheridan this time, and he is going to get pretty close to the first down, it looks like. Looks like they're going to give him a good spot, and that will be a first down for the Braves.
No.
Well, no, maybe not. I spoke too quickly.
It's going
hard to see where they're
going to be 3rd and inches here.
Okay.
But obviously probably 2-play territory, barring some sort of penalty or a major loss of downs here for UNC Pembroke.
3rd and short for the Braves. Not seeing many power plays, but here they're going to line up under center here. 2 wideouts. 2 guys go in motion. You'd anticipate Sheridan will just take the ball. Nope, they're going to throw it. Little rollout throw to Sheridan. He catches it, and he's got some room. He cuts back. Good tackle there by the Pioneers. Otherwise, if that shoestring tackle was not made, he probably would have broke free and scored.
It was. They needed a couple inches for a first down and got a nice big piece of yardage there. And now they're going to have the football at the 11-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 11. As we mentioned earlier, they are the number 1 team in red zone efficiency, and that perfect score has not, or perfect percentage, I guess, has not changed, because they're 1 of 1 today.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get any better than 100%, so certainly they lead the nation in that category.
4:53 and counting left to play here in the third quarter. 7-point advantage for the Pioneers. Handoff to Sheridan. He bounces outside. Nice tackle from behind by Josh Forrest.
Forrest doing a good job tracking that down and making the stop for the Pioneers.
As mentioned at the pregame show, Pioneers playing without C.J. Bartley today. He was injured up at UVA Wise. C.J. is a good part of this defense as far as rotating in and out, and his quickness is used quite a bit. 4:20 left to play, 2nd and 6 at the 7. Little package here with 3 wideouts. They're going to hand it to Sheridan. Sheridan cuts free, and he is going to trot into the end zone for the touchdown. He found the hole. He shook off the defense, and he will score.
And right now, UNC Pembroke extra point away from tying this game at 20, or do they go for 2?
4:06 left to play, 3rd quarter. That Sheridan run from 7 yards out makes it 20-19.
And the Braves are going to just go for the traditional extra point to tie it up.
Braswell lines up for the extra point. Kick is up, and it is through the uprights. And with 4:06 to play, 3rd quarter, this ball game is tied. 20-20, Pioneers and Braves all tied up. We'll take a break. You're listening to the Pioneer Sports Network.
One at the intersection of the bypass right across from the movie theater.
Welcome back to Pioneer Field. A squib kick there by the Pembroke Braves, picked up by Gomillion, and he returns it to the 40-yard line. And again, similar to the first quarter, the Pioneers are in good field position here to start this possession here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and just like start of the football game, we're back tied. Pioneers and UNC Pembroke tied at 20 with 4 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, we expected a close contest, and that's what we've got thus far. Bryce Moore under center here. He's going to take the hand it off to, looks like that's Gomillion.
It is. It's Gomillion. It's we saw Thurlow Wilkins start the game, or Shippey start the game for the Pioneers, then Thurlow Wilkins, and now Gomillion's taking over in the backfield for Tusculum.
That's a 9-yard gain on 1st down. 2nd and 1 upcoming here. 3:40 to play.
9-yard gain. 2nd down and 1. Tusculum.
Yeah, Shippey and Wilkins both accounting for a majority of the yards. Now we got a little I formation here. Going to play a little smash mouth football, it looks like. See if we can eat some clock and get some yardage here. Hand off to Maurice. He breaks through, almost broke through again. If the jerseys weren't so loose, Joe, maybe we could break through and score.
It was still a good pickup getting into UNC Pembroke territory. Ball's now on the Brave 43-yard line. Fresh set of downs for the Pioneers.
Back-to-back impressive runs by Gomillion. 1st and 10 for the Pioneers at their own, or excuse me, at the Braves 43-yard line. Again, we're going to feed Gomillion. He's going to power his way for about 4 yards. 3 maybe.
Gomillion wanting his opportunity. We saw Thurlow Wilkins break the big 59-yard touchdown run, and then Shippey broke one for 59 yards thereabouts. So Gomillion, he's going to have to get into this act and say, if you guys can do it, I can break a long one too.
2nd and 7. 2:25 and counting left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Nothing has been settled. 20-20 is the score in this contest. Pioneers on the move. This drive began at the Tusculum 40, currently in Pioneer in Braves territory. That pass again off the outstretched hands of A.J. Bellinger.
So now the Pioneers have some work to do. They've got third down and about 7 yards they have to go to get the first down.
Pioneers' passing attack has not been very effective today, only 19 yards through the air, but really don't need to do that when you've rushed for 258. However, now facing 3rd and 7, you're going to see a timeout called by the Pioneers. Pioneer Football TV Show. Pioneer Football TV Show with Jerry Odom's now streaming on Tusculum TV through the Pioneers YouTube channel. The Pioneer Football Show is produced each Monday morning and ready for viewing Monday afternoon throughout the week. If you've missed any of the previous game, then don't miss the Pioneer Football Show when Jerry Odom and Brian Staten talk about Pioneer football from the Pioneer Sports Network. 2:09 left to play here in the third quarter. Tusculum 20, UNC Pembroke 20. As we said, this series has been a back-and-forth series. 3 games to 2 in favor of the Braves. However, the last 2 have been victories for the Pioneers. But this could be the last time these 2 teams play for a while due to scheduling and the conference that UNC Pembroke is joining and us bringing in new members, Joe. And this one's beginning to look like it could come down to the wire.
Well, you never know. Scheduling in Division II is so crazy year to year. Your conference games are always set there, but those non-conference games, you might play somebody for a few years and then not play them for a few years and then get them back on the schedule, which is really what has happened between Tusculum and UNC Pembroke.
3rd and 7 from the 40-yard line. Snap to Moore. Here comes pressure, and Moore's going to go down and be sacked. He was down and he got on the football, but I think he was down before he dropped it. But that was a good play call by the Braves, and that was number 50 for UNC Pembroke, DJ Parker, who came in untouched for the sack, and that's going to bring out the punt team and Andrew Cantrell.
I don't mind the series against UNC Pembroke. It's not a close trip. It's 5 hours, but I'm through that way a whole lot. It's not a bad trip at all.
Low snap. Andrew's going to have to get it off quickly, and he does. It's going to bounce down to a nice Tusculum bounce, and there was no reason to save that in, but it did nonetheless. It will go out of bounds at the 7-yard line, and a good job by Andrew, and that will mean the Braves will start backed up deep in their own territory at the 7, so let's see if the defense can get something going.
Yeah, right now here's where we need a really good defensive stand. 3 and out, turnover be even much more better, so we'll see what the Tusculum defense can do. We've seen a lot of good things today. Josh Forrest from Jackson Cawthon, Ivan Hogan has had a big day. So let's see if these guys can step up one more time.
This is by far the worst position UNC Pembroke has started at today. Shotgun formation, pursuit. Jones scampers out of the pocket. He's going to throw to a wide open receiver. And just like that, Pembroke is out of trouble, as that is number 13, Trey Dixon, one of the top receivers for the team, redshirt freshman. And they have flipped the field quite easily there from the 7-yard line out to the 37, or a 36, so about a 29-yard pickup for the Braves.
And that shows just how quick your fortune can change, because the Pioneers had Jones dead to rights, had hands on him right at the goal line, potentially even looking at a safety. He rolls out, and now UNC Pembroke's in great shape.
Little reverse here, and the ball's on the ground, and the Pioneer defense will come up with it. That is number 44, Javon Green.
Javon Green, he's had a solid game, and it's paid off here with a big fumble recovery. UNC Pembroke trying to get a little cute, and just as I said for Tusculum, this is how quickly your fortunes can change. Well, that's how quickly your fortunes can change for UNC Pembroke.
Javon Green, as many of us on campus know him as PJ Green, with the fumble recovery. That reverse looked like it could have had some room for them to run, but unfortunately the handoff was a fumble. Pioneers have the ball now. The defense gets it back, and the offense will have it 1st and 10 at the Braves 27.
Tusculum's had the ball in great field position all day long. Haven't really seemed to capitalize. Let's try to get that going for them now.
Under a minute to play here in the third quarter. Under center, handoff to Thurlow Wilkins. He tries to bounce outside, tries to find a hole, still battling for yardage. Good strong run there by Thurlow, and he will get about 7 yards. 6, maybe a long 6.
Thurlow Wilkins, not just a massive running back. He's just a solid, beefy 6 foot, 200 pounds officially. But my gosh, is he strong.
2nd and 4 upcoming, just outside the red zone here. Again, the Pioneers have one wide out here in the case of A.J. Bellinger. They're going to look for him. He's open momentarily, but that throw way off the mark and in through the end zone, so that will bring up 3rd and 4. 7 seconds left to play here in the third.
Bellinger was open at the 5. The ball was thrown over his head and through the end zone. Just never really going to be caught by anybody.
The timing of the routes or the passing game just hasn't been very efficient today. 4 of 13. Some scores of update. Mars Hill is leading Acatawba 35-7 early third quarter, and Carson Newman leading 10-0 over Newberry in the second quarter. Some South Atlantic Conference action. 3rd and 4. Pioneers looking to get a first down here. Hand off to Gamillion. He runs, he ducks his head, and he will come up a yard short. So it's going to come up decision time here, as it will be 4th and 1 at about the 18-yard line. But that will give the Pioneers some time to think about it, because that is the end of the third quarter of play. After 3 quarters of play here from Pioneer Field, it's Tusculum 20, UNC Pembroke 20. We'll be back. You're listening to the Pioneer Sports Network.
So much of life these days is rushing around from one place to another. Sometimes you just want to enjoy the journey on the way to the destination. And part of what makes it a little more enjoyable is an appreciation for the folks who help you get there. At Ingles, we know that the people who send you on your way are the same ones who keep you coming back.
I think you should take it for a spin. Are you serious?
Ingles, all the ingredients for family.
Hello, my name is Jacob Fate, and I'm the Dean of the College of Business at Tusculum University. I'm proud to share with you that the programs in the College of Business received accreditation through ACBSP in December of 2018. The Accreditation Council for Business Schools and Programs accredits business schools and programs worldwide. This accreditation elevates our programs to the top programs worldwide.
Pioneers and Braves all tied up at 20. Not a lot of scoring done in the third quarter. A field goal by the Pioneers and a touchdown by the Braves. And that's where we stand right now. However, Joe, 4th and 1 upcoming here. What do you do if you're Coach O and the Pioneers?
Well, I mean, right now, from what I've seen with the good play today by Thurlow Wilkins, Maurice Gamillion, Jordan Shippey, 4th and 1, I say go for it.
Yeah, the way the offensive line has been able to make some holes, and the way the running backs have been able to find those holes. Right now, the rushing yards, 241 rushing yards for the Pioneers, and that's what you're going to see. The Pioneers are coming out in an I formation. Fullback's Bonnie, I believe, and we got Gamillion in there, more under center. Snap, handoff to the fullback, and he's going to get it. He's going to get about 2 yards, it looks like. So they're going to say a fumble. Some people are pointing one way, but they're going to say no. I don't know what I'm seeing the Pembroke people pointing, but it's a first down, I would assume.
Yeah, I can't see that the football ever came loose. It was right in a pile of people. Tusculum, 1 yard to go, give the ball to Will Boney. He got him a new set of downs.
First down for Tusculum. Ball at the 18-yard line, just underway, fourth quarter.
And now what you have to do if you're Tusculum, you took the gamble there, it paid off, you trusted in yourself. Make sure this ends with a touchdown on the scoreboard.
Gamillion's still in as the lone back. Bryce Moore under center. He's going to hand it off to Maurice. He busts his way through a hole and gets about 7 yards.
Yeah, makes his way down to about the 11-yard line there for the Pioneers.
Bring up a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 4, I guess, depending on where they may need to get my eyes checked. I see the guy standing in a different place, and then next thing I know, they move it back a yard here or there.
Whenever we're going down that way, it's difficult to see because of the walls and angles and glass and reflection. And
2nd and 4 for the Pioneers. Ball at the 11. This drive is currently the 4th play, 10 yards. Pioneers took over after a fumble. Moore's going to keep it himself. Moore's going to run and slide down as he's hit, and that's going to be a targeting penalty error. Every flag on the field. I see at least 4 or 5. And Bryce decided to slide, and when the defender leads with his head and a quarterback sliding, it's usually going to be that.
Yeah, and he's actually going to have to come out after this one because we know that Bryce Moore has taken some hits to the head this year and even had a concussion. So we think we're going to see a change-up quarterback there with
Joaquin Collazo
coming in for the first time today.
Yeah, that would have been a first down inside the 6-yard line, and then you're going to have to march off half the distance to the goal. So it probably will be Pioneer football at about the 3-yard line, you would think. Maybe the 4.
The flags are actually piled up at the 3, so it should be Pioneers 1st and goal about the 1.5, just based on where the whole basket of laundry is.
After the run, personal foul with targeting, number 34 of the defense, hit to the head of the quarterback. Number 34 is disqualified.
So Amari Bryce Green, the leading tackler on the season for UNC Pembroke, will be ejected from the game for targeting.
You know, there's a lot of times the targeting rule, I think, is kind of misapplied just because people are playing football. But in that case, I think you have to call it there because Bryce Moore was into a slide, and whenever you have a defender, lower yourself, just going straight down head to head towards someone sliding into look like you're sliding into second base. That's definitely going to be a penalty.
Head coach Shane Richardson wanting some explanation by the officials. Richardson, in his 6th year here at UNC Pembroke, I don't really know what he was arguing about that call, but I mean, because like you said, it looked pretty obvious. Maybe he wants it reviewed, but at this level, I think it's sort of hard. I don't think they can review it unless it's before the half or they can watch some videos. So
we have seen targeting calls reversed this year. First half targeting calls changed at halftime, but guess what? We don't have little monitors with hoods on them over here. We don't have anybody calling down from the booth. So the penalty stands, and he is ejected for the rest of the game.
Looking at the stats, he was not the leading tacklers today, but for the season, he is their leading tackler.
I'm looking over at the sideline. Bryce Moore doesn't look too bad to worse for where he had his helmet off walking along, and he just now put it on, and he's walking back up towards the sideline.
Joaquin Collazo in the contest for Bryce Moore under center. I formation here, Gomillion and Bonnie in the offensive backfield. Hand off to Gomillion, and he is not going anywhere.
In fact, he's going to lose about half a yard.
So it will be 2nd and goal from the 4.
Right now, Pioneers got the work to do. You had Bryce Moore giving himself up on that play, plus the penalty. You've really got to get a touchdown here. We don't want to have to settle for another field goal attempt. Eli Shepard on target today for the Pioneers, but still in this situation, a lot of football, you want the big score and not the little one.
Under 13 minutes left to play here in the ball game. Collazo will hand it off. Gomillion cut down at the knees, and he will get back about to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and goal.
Yeah, it's going to be somewhere down just about the 2-yard line for the Pioneers. Somewhere between the 2 and 3 for the football rest.
Like you said, we would love to see 6 points here rather than another field goal. Again, same set as the last 2 plays here. Bonnie in the fullback position. Gomillion as the tailback. They hand off to Maurice again. He tries to find a hole, and it's just a big bunch of people, and he's going to get down to it. Again, like I said, from our angle, it's hard to see. It's either the 1-yard line or the 1.5. So that brings up another important decision here, and actually it Doesn't even look like it's going to be much of a decision. He's bringing out the field goal unit.
Bringing out the field goal unit. Eli Shepard coming on. Going to wind up being probably about an 18-yard attempt for the Greenville native.
Fourth and goal, 3-1.
Eli looking to add another field goal to his day. Just kicked a 45-yarder in the third quarter. He'll line this one up. It's up and it's good. 11:24 left to play in the ball game. The field goal by Eli Shepard makes it Tusculum 23, UNC Pembroke 20. We'll take a break. We'll be back. You're listening to the Pioneer Sports Network.
So much of life these days is rushing around from one place to another. Sometimes you just want to enjoy the journey on the way to the destination. And part of what makes it a little more enjoyable is an appreciation for the folks who help you get there. At Ingles, we know that the people who send you on your way are the same ones who keep you coming back.
I think you should take it for a spin. Are you serious?
Ingles, all the ingredients for family.
With a 3-point advantage after the 18-yard Eli Shepard field goal. That was Eli's third field goal of the afternoon. Pioneers regain the lead here as Allen Andrzejewski's about to kick off. Joe, it's one of these games where you feel like 3 points not going to be enough. You feel like there could be a lot more score here in this last 11-20.
Yeah, a lot of football left today, but as you say, Eli Shepard, good job, 3 for 3 today. He was only 1 of 2 coming into today's game, so Eli doing a good job for himself and for the Pioneers today.
Here's the kickoff. Again, it's going to be a short, high kick that will be returned by the Braves. Good pursuit by the Pioneer special teams squad.
Nelson on the return for Pembroke.
And Pembroke will start at about the 29 yard line.
This has been one of the more strange seasons I've ever seen doing this, and I think I'm up to like 23 years now doing Tusculum football, something like that. Nobody wants to kick off to anybody. Just everybody we played. Tusculum's got great kickoff return men. Everybody we played did, and nobody's kicking off to either team.
It makes for some interesting special teams play. Jones back by himself. He's going to rotate out to the right. Now head back to the left as he's being pursued, and he will be sacked. Ball's on the ground. Who has it? Waiting to see the official word. They're going to say Jones recovered it.
Jones recovered it, but a nice play by Tusculum defense there. Going to back UNC Pembroke up some more, put them inside their own 25.
I believe that was Cawthon again, was it not, in there? He's been on Jones. I believe Jones don't want to see him after today.
Yeah, no kidding. Just some big plays there by Jackson Cawthon, including the 31-yard interception return for a touchdown.
And the Pioneers have someone down on one knee right now, trying to see the number. It's hard to see from this angle. Not sure who it is. We'll take a break here. 10:53 left to play in the game. There's Tusculum Pioneer down right now with an injury. We'll take an injury timeout. 23-20 your score. Actually, we'll just keep it here because he's coming out of the game. We're good to go. I think that's Devin Woodson. So, yes, that is Devin Woodson.
Walking off under his own power, getting some aid there from Mike Hawkins, the training staff, but he is walking off under his own power.
Yeah, probably got the wind knocked out of him a little bit there. So we'll keep it here. 3-point advantage for the Pioneers, just under 11 minutes to play in the game. 2nd and 16 after that sack. Would have been really nice if we could have recovered that fumble, but unfortunately the ball bounced back to the Braves. 3 wideouts. on the right side, one up top. Looks like pressure's coming again. Now here's the handoff, and there is nothing happening there as that pursuit.
Solomon Hunter absolutely on top of that for the Pioneers. UNC Pembroke backing up once again, going to be a loss of about 3 yards following the tackle on the backfield by Hunter.
Third and a bunch here for the Braves. 3rd and 20 to be official. Ball at the 19-yard line, so the defense has come to play on this series. Big 3rd down upcoming here. Pressure coming. Now they drop back. Plenty of time for Jones. He goes across the middle. That's Threet again, and Threet gets the first down on 3rd and 20.
3rd and 20. They get about 22 and give up a first down. So all of that great play so far was just basically wasted now for nothing.
Yeah, trying to see if that was actually Marcus McDonald, with the catch, number 4, instead of number 9. But nonetheless, it's a first down and keeps the drive alive for UNC Pembroke. And now a gritty run for about 8 yards on first down, 8 or 9, makes it 2nd and 1 here.
I really wish I knew. I think that giving up 3rd down is the curse of the Pioneers. I've seen coaches come and go. I've seen players come and go. I've seen all sorts of games over 2+ decades of doing this. And if there's one thing that's plagued the Pioneers, no matter what, it's giving up big 3rd downs on defense.
4 wideouts for the Braves. Jones back in the shotgun. Again, they're going to hand it off, and nothing going there, but it's going to be enough for a first down, about 2 yards. And so that will move the chains and give a fresh set of downs for Pembroke. Strickland with the tackle.
So once again, first down now. UNC Pembroke got the ball at the down to the Pioneer 47.
8:42 left to play here in the ball game. 23-20 Pioneers clinging to a 3-point advantage. Pembroke on the move in Pioneer territory. Fake handoff. Jones going to rush. He's going to instead throw. He throws it out of bounds, so it's incomplete. The referee's
well, he threw it
out of bounds when he caught it anyway. Yes, but
is incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10. Pembroke.
Nonetheless, it doesn't matter, but just to make it official.
He had gone out of bounds and come back in. That's why the official threw his hat. And then,
went back out of bounds and caught it again.
Went out of bounds and caught the football. So
8:28 exactly left to play here in the ball game. 23-20 Pioneers with a 3-point lead. It's 2nd and 10 at the 47 of the Pioneers. Braves with the football. There's the handoff to Sheridan. He got through the initial hole, but nothing else. He will get about 2 yards and bring up a 3rd and long.
Now, once again, Pioneers have an opportunity to stop UNC Pembroke and do something on this 3rd down and get the football back, even if it's not where you would have wanted it a moment ago.
Ball sitting just inside the 45-yard line.
Pioneer fans, it's 3rd down.
Nick Jackson deep for the defense here. Plenty of time for originally for the quarterback, and he just throws it up, and as that ball picked off, it goes out of bounds. That was Threet becoming a defender for UNC Pembroke, and he broke it up. Goodman almost had the interception, I believe. That was either Goodman or D. They were both over there.
D offered just was set up underneath the ball, and then they had to turn around, and all of a sudden the offense became the defense and vice versa. And now UNC Pembroke, though, Pioneers didn't get the ball, but the Braves are sending on their punt team.
Yeah, the pocket collapsed quickly, and Jones just threw up a lame duck there, and they were very fortunate. Of course, it might have been basically like a punt anyway if it had been intercepted, but nonetheless, it'll give D a chance to see if he can return one. Looking to pin the Pioneers deep. Here's the punt. D's going to get away from it, and it's going to, luckily for the Pioneers, bounce just inside the pylon.
Yeah, I'd like to see some pressure there by the Pioneers because UNC Pembroke actually rolled the ball back to the punter, but the 2 men that Tusculum had going after the punter basically gave a half-hearted effort and just sort of stood there and watched him pick it up off the ground and punt it.
Yeah.
The 200 tackle of his career.
Now we'll get ready to go to the media timeout.
Yes. So it looks like we've got a media timeout on the field, so we'll take it with them. 7:28 left to play in the ball game. Tusculum 23, UNC Pembroke 20. You're listening to Tusculum Football on the Pioneer Sports Network.
Family.
Food's here!
What's it mean to you?
We got lunch.
To us, it means the people you care about, look out for, and yeah, love. Even if you'd never let them hear you say it.
Hey, you're eating hummus? What's wrong with hummus?
Here at Ingles, we have everything you need to gather around the table and give each other a hard time. Because that's what families do. Ingles. All the ingredients for family.
Run in when you run out.
With cold winter weather, remember it can. And weather stricken wherever needed.
Thurlow Wilkins with the carry for the Tusculum. Yardage good for a first down. Pioneers.
You're listening to Tusculum versus UNC Pembroke. Now, let's return to the broadcast booth.
Pioneers on the first possession out of the timeout. Rush, that was Thurlow Wilkins, was it not, Joe?
22 yards by Wilkins.
22 yards as Thurlow getting closer and closer to his 100-yard rushing day. Pioneers keep it on the ground. Get about 5 on first down. Thurlow, officially went over 100 yards on that last carry. He now has 101, so the Pioneers have 200-yard rushers today. Shippey with 123 and Wilkins with 101.
Be a couple more here once we get caught up with the play there. Thurlow Wilkins doing a good job just pushing the ball up the field for the Pioneers.
6:20. Pioneers looking to eat some clock here, build on this 3-point advantage. Tight end in motion. Moore will take it, hand off to Wilkins, and he'll get a couple more yards, maybe 1.5.
Now the Pioneers got a lot of work to do on third down. Going to wind up being third and about 5. Ball spotted at their own 47-yard line. Went with Wilkins again. He tried to make his way up through the line, but the hole closed around him.
3rd and 5, ball at their own 47-yard line. Pioneers leading by 3 here, 5:40 left to play. Moss will come out deep. Ballinger will come out all the way basically to the Pioneer sideline. Looks like it's Desmond Arthur up top. Moore takes the snap. He's going to run for it, and he's going to take a hit shoulder to shoulder. He goes out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Again, there's some jawing over there. Referees making sure everybody's separated. There was nothing wrong with that hit. That was just a clean hit. Moore was a runner, and it will bring up 4th down here, and a big decision for the Pioneers, but being that the ball's around midfield, it's going to be punting time.
Yeah, I think the only real complaint that you might have had is Bryce Moore might have thought he was already out of bounds into the white paint whenever he was hit, but either way, it wasn't any kind of targeting hit. Might have had an argument for a little bit of late, but we're setting up for the punt nonetheless.
4th and 3, it looks like. down marker said first a minute ago. I was about to say, let's jump back out there real quickly and snap it. But it's 4th and 3, ball at the 49. Cantrell gets a little bit of a high snap. Going to step over. He kicks it. Beautiful punt. It's going to be fair caught at the 6-yard line. So another great punt by Andrew. Back-to-back punts that he's pinned them inside the 10-yard line. And with 4:45 left to play in the ball game, the Braves will be backed up against their own end zone.
This might be one of the more important defensive series for the Pioneers. They've got to not let UNC Pembroke drive down and score. Even if the Braves have the ball for a little bit of amount of time and drive out to midfield and then have to punt it away, that may even be better. Take time off the clock, get the football back. Because if you get it back real quick now, then the pressure's back on Tusculum to maintain the drive. Just don't let UNC Pembroke drive the length of the field.
Jones will take the snap. They're going to hand it off. The run's going to go right up the middle. It's going to be for about 4 yards.
As we do come in down here, 4.5 minutes left in the contest, point out UNC Pembroke does have its full complement of timeouts that the Braves can use. Don't think they're really going to want to start using them right now, but they do have 3 timeouts.
That was Sheridan on the carry. He'll remain in the backfield. 3 wideouts for the Braves. Pioneer defense looking to get a stop here. Across the middle they go. I think that's Threet with the catch, and he's going to have another first down. That is his 10th reception of the night, and he will go over 100 yards receiving with that catch.
That was just a solid play by Threet there. He was wide open right across the middle, and Jones is able to pick him up, and UNC Pembroke's moving the chains.
Just under 4 minutes to play here in the ball game. 1st and 10 for the Braves. Snap back to Jones. Again, over the middle he throws. He hits his tight end, and he will be driven to the ground by Josh Forrest, but that's another first down.
Exact same play, just a little different target and same result, first down for the Braves.
That's Fahim Diab, the backup tight end on the 2 depth chart, but he does get the first down, moves the chains out to the 47-yard line. I believe Tusculum's going to use their second timeout of the half. And we'll tell you a little bit about the Pioneer Up app. Take your fan experience to the next level and get rewarded for your loyalty. Download the app and check in at events to rack up points and unlock awesome prizes. Check your points progress and compete against your fellow fans to see who's the biggest fan of all. Many features in the Tusculum Up app. Earn points for attending and checking into events. Stay up to date on event dates, game times, and point values. Unlock rewards and exclusive offers with your points. Keep track of your points and check your rank compared to top point holders. And share to Twitter and Facebook after you check in or when you win some cool swag. So check out the Pioneer Up app and be sure and download that on all your electronic devices. 3:48 left to play here in the ball game. 23-20. The game at the half was 17-13, in favor of the Pioneers. Pioneers came out with a field goal in the 3rd and a field goal in the 4th. The only touchdown of the second half came by the Pembroke Braves in the 3rd quarter, and that's where we're sitting right now, 23-20. Pembroke with the football and moved out of deep in their own territory at about the 6 or 7 yard line. I believe this drive officially started at the 8-yard line, so they have moved it out to midfield.
And that's why we've had the timeout, because Coach Jerry Odom saw the Pioneer defense give up 40 yards in 3 plays, so they had to do something to stop the tide.
Jones has QB'd this team the whole way. He's got 4 wideouts. He's going to take it. Pressure coming up the middle. Jones going to have to scamper. He's going to run now. He's going to make the throw. That's Threet again with the catch. And he will get
a pickup of about 7
there. Yeah. 7 yards out of nothing there, and with 3.5 minutes and counting left to play in the game, now into Pioneer territory at the the 46. This will be a running play and nothing going there, as that was, I believe, Xavier Clemens with the tackle.
Yeah, right now, Pioneer finally did something on this drive defensively, the one that we said may be the most important. They're just not able to stop them, but they finally did.
3rd and 3 upcoming, big 3rd down here with 2:52 and counting left to play in the ball game here. 3rd and 3 ball at the Pioneer 45. Pembroke with the football, facing 3rd and 3. Pioneer defense lines up. 4 wide outs, spread out, 2 on either side for the Braves. Here comes the pressure. Jones hits the tailback out of the backfield. Good tackle, but he spins his way to a first down. Good athletic play there by Sheridan. And now, man, it was a good tackle. He just made a good play.
Clock does continue to run down under 2 minutes, 20 seconds left in the game. UNC Pembroke driving.
First down for the Braves. Ball at the 42. 2 and change left to play. 23-20 Pioneers with a 3-point advantage. Jones with the snap. In the middle of the pocket, he makes a throw somehow to Sheridan that almost was picked off. Instead, it's going to be a gain of about 3-4 yards.
Ivan Hogan's doing a good job of jumping that route, and I thought he had the football. Somehow it squirted through his arms and right into the arms of the wide receiver. UNC Pembroke playing the clock management game right now, in no hurry to score because they don't want to give Tusculum the football back.
2nd and 7, ball at the Pioneer 39-yard line. Jones nowhere to go. Pursuit by Clemens. Now he's going to throw it, and that ball hit the ground, so that will be incomplete. Throwing off his back foot, unable to strong arm that one to him, so that will bring up 3rd and 7 here at the 39.
Clock stops, 1:29 on left in the game. Obviously, this is 2-down territory no matter what for UNC Pembroke. They've got 3rd and 7, but they're backed up at the 39. Be very difficult to kick a field goal and tie it up from here.
3rd and 7, ball sitting at the 39-yard line. Sort of a little bunch package, 2 wideouts. Tailback goes into motion. Jones steps back, has plenty of time, throws it wide open across the middle to the tight end. I don't know if that was Daib again, Fahim Daib. But if it was, he was wide open. The middle of the field was wide open there.
It was. It's just, once again, a breakdown by the Pioneer defense to allow UNC Pembroke to get just totally into the clear.
UNC Pembroke will call a timeout. We will take it with them. 1:25 left to play here in the ball game. 23-20 Tusculum with a 3-point lead, but the Braves are on the move. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hello, my name is Jacob Fate, and I'm the Dean of the College of Business at Tusculum University. I'm proud to share with you that the programs in the College of Business received accreditation through ACBSP in December of 2018. The Accreditation Council for Business Schools and Programs accredits business schools and programs worldwide. This accreditation elevates our programs to the top programs worldwide.
We are in Granger County, Tennessee.
Seven days a week.
If you're wanting to redo your tile shower,
Pembroke. Now, let's return to the broadcast booth.
Pembroke quarterback Josh Jones running for his life, being pursued by several Pioneers, able to somehow make a completion to number 1 Josh Sheridan out of the backfield, and they got about half a yard. So it's 2nd and 10 now at the 26-yard line. 1:17 left to play out of that timeout. Pioneers got some good pursuit there, unable to bring him down. He is a very mobile quarterback, and he's been able to escape a lot of pressure here today.
They really did. A sack would have been wonderful.
Again, he's back, stays in the pocket, makes the completion over the middle. I'm trying to see, is that Threet again? It is. So Threet now has 12 receptions, and that's just short of a first down. So it's 3rd and 1 at the 17-yard line.
Right now, UNC Pembroke, licking their lips, seeing the end zone, doing whatever they want to this Pioneer defense after starting this drive.
At the 8-yard line. 50 seconds, under 50 seconds left to play in the game. Snap, They're going to hand it to Sheridan. He's going to run, and I don't think he made the first down. Let's see where the spot is.
No, they're not going to give it to him. It's going to wind up being 4th down and about 1.
The clock is still running, 35, 34, and so it's 4th down in inches, and now a timeout's going to be called. Let's see, are they going to call a timeout for measurement, or are they just going to be a timeout for Pembroke? We're just going to keep it here. There's 30 seconds left to play in the ballgame, 23-20. Tusculum with a 3-point advantage. The ball is sitting just outside the 17-yard line, and it looks like a full yard they need for a first down, Joe.
No indication yet exactly what UNC Pembroke is going to do, whether they're going to try to keep the offense on the field or if they're going to just be content to try to kick a field goal and send this thing into overtime.
Yeah. Pembroke has 3 touchdowns on the day, 1 missed extra point. That's how they've come to their 20. Pioneers have kicked 3 field goals, so not sure. As we said, they're 5 of 5 on field goals for the season, and so not sure exactly what they'll do, if they'll bring Braswell out to kick it or what will happen, but 30 seconds to go. Do you risk being on the road if you're Coach Richardson and the Braves and go for the first down, try to get a win?
Well, I mean, right now UNC Pembroke has obviously done what it wanted to the Pioneers on this drive. You would have to think that you could possibly get that yard and keep your drive alive, although you are running out of time, but both teams do have 1 timeout remaining.
Yes, both teams with 1 timeout in their pockets. Ball sitting at the 17-yard line, 4th and 1. Last man instructions for both teams is coming out here for the defense. You'll have Hunter and Strickland and Woodson and P.J. Green.
These 2 teams did go into overtime here at Pioneer Field in 2014. Tusculum coming away with a victory in that game. So we'll see what UNC Pembroke decides to roll the dice and do right here.
They're not kicking. The offense is coming back out. Bunch package here. Josh Jones under center. 3 wideouts. Actually, the tight end's going to go in motion, and then we're going to have another timeout. It's going to be a timeout by Coach Odom. He wanted to, this is a little strategy here. Wanted to see what was coming, and then check and see what would happen after that.
That is the final timeout for the Pioneers, so whatever happens the rest of the way, Tusculum doesn't have any opportunity to stop the clock.
Do you think that timeout will cause UNC Pembroke to change their mind any?
At this point, no. I think they're content to go for it. They know that they've moved the ball, easily down the field on Tusculum. They think they can at least get enough for the first down, if not get into the end zone. So they're confident of scoring a touchdown and winning this football game.
Recapping this ball game, we said at the half, and we will continue to say it here in the second half, it's been 2 different attacks on offense. The UNC Pembroke Braves have attacked through the air. 277 of their 339 yards have been through the air, while on the flip side, 285 of the Pioneers' 304 yards have been on the ground. 2 100-yard rushers this afternoon for the Pioneers. Jordan Shippey has 123 yards rushing on 11 carries. Thurlow Wilkins has 106 on 11 carries. For the Braves, the air attack has went mainly to Quay Threet. He has 12 receptions. He has half of his season's receptions in today's game. He had 25 coming in. He has 12 today for 118 yards. Quarterback Josh Jones, 24-36 for 277, 1 touchdown and 1 pick. Pioneer defense and Pioneer sideline asking for the crowd to get loud here as they're coming back out looking to get the first down. 4th and a long 1. Jones is going to operate out of the shotgun. Now he's going to walk up, make some last-minute adjustments. Play clock down to 5. Under center now. Play clock down to 3, and they snap a direct snap, and he's going to be stopped. He is going to be stopped. A direct snap. Tried to play the old sneakeroo, and it didn't work, Joe.
Great job by Tusculum defense to keep your head about you and pay attention to what you're doing, and Tusculum's going to win this game because of that.
Yes, the old trick play as quarterback Josh Jones tried to walk off like they were going to try a timeout and bring the field goal unit on. Unfortunately for UNC Pembroke, the defense by the Pioneers stayed at home like you said. The direct snap to the tailback was stuffed, and it's 1st and 10 for the Pioneers. Victory formation time, and a victory is 26 seconds away.
And as It would. I'm watching the replay there. I'm pretty sure you got to give the tackle to Jackson Cawthon. What a great game for him today.
Jackson has played outstanding today, and there is the snap and the kneel, and that will run the clock out, and a very, very well-deserved victory here by the Tusculum Pioneers. Is great defense against a very prolific offensive team, and they're going to pull off a 23-20 victory.
Just amazing job by the Pioneer defense there. Great game all day except for this drive, but then when the one play mattered most, and Jackson Cawthon came up big for the Pioneers.
The final seconds will tick off the clock, and the Pioneers will get a victory today, 23-20. Tusculum with a 3-point win with the victory. The Pioneers improved to 3-5 on the season, 2 victories in a row, with a couple more games left to play here at the home. 3-5, UNC Pembroke falls to. UNC Pembroke's road woes continue, as that is the 13th straight loss on the road for UNC Pembroke. But as we said, this was a game that could have went either way, but the Pioneers battled, the defense battled, the offense got a good ground game going, and in the end, they get the W, which is what you need.
Well, and even more, here you look at this inning. UNC Pembroke now not 100% scoring in the red zone because they were in the red zone. The Pioneers stepped up to get
that
it
in. That is very true. So we said they needed to stop that, and they did it in the most opportune time and got the victory and a well-deserved win for the Pioneers. We're going to take a break, and we will come back and look at the post-game stats and round this up. There's a little conversation going on by some players out here at the midfield, and we'll get that underway, and we'll make sure everybody's well behaved, and it looks like they are, but a lot of emotions in a very tightly contested game, Joe, but everything seems to be settled. We're going to take a break. 23-20, Tusculum with the victory.